It won't last. Look.
That's because I already did my 10,000 steps today.
Told you so.
Screw you, son. I'm going home.
Today's segment is pretty much talking about pick a struggle.
You pick a struggle.
Have to pick a struggle.
That pick a struggle, bruh.
You need to pick the goddamn struggle.
You have more than 2 struggles. If you have 3, then that's it. It is over for you. You have to pick a struggle.
Hello, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Was deleted on Facebook trying to create a new project. Oh, what the hell? Okay, remove that one. Y'all give us a moment. I'm trying to go live on Facebook. We live on YouTube and on Twitch. And we're live on Facebook. You got Facebook?
Yes, I do.
Check it, see, make sure.
Checking it as we speak.
Say something.
Something.
Okay. It's working. It's working, it's working, it's working, it's working, it's working. Hey, Nina. What's going on?
Hey, everybody.
Oh, my goodness. This was just, oh, Jesus. Hey, Miss Walker, how you doing? I ain't talked to you in forever. Hey, Dr. Walker. Hey, you guys, welcome. Y'all give me a second. I am out of breath. I am out of breath. I had to pick my sister up from school, and I was in traffic, and just, Jesus.
It like it snatched your soul, didn't it?
Chad, it was just too much.
I know.
And then I got an SUV, and I can't be speeding like I used to.
Can't whip it like you want to.
No.
That mother go flying to the right. You'll be like, okay, that's the end of that.
Right. Oh, Jesus. I know, Miss Walker, we need to talk this week. Where's my lighter?
Child, you all discombobulated.
I know. Ain't nothing ready. Nothing's together.
You got it?
No, it's in the bathroom. You got a light on you?
Yeah.
Ooh. I like your shirt.
Thank you.
I thought it said Friends, but it says Queens on it. I like it. I like it.
A lot of people be saying, "Oh, I like that." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a little play on the Friends."
It's Kurt. It's
Thank
Kurt.
you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness! I was in traffic, and then, child, and then I had got called. You ain't never listened to my radio, have you?
No. Did I? I think you told me about it, but I don't think I got a chance to listen.
Yeah, I was listening to my radio, and I'm telling, because it's a podcast I listen to, but she's been live since this morning, so a good 5-6 hours.
What's she doing? What? Why?
Just doing hot topics, and then people started calling with the relationship problems, and there's some stuff we'll probably get to, a conversation we'll probably get to, maybe depending on how I'm feeling.
Okay,
but she been live for like 5 hours. So I was in the comments, and I'm like, girl, get off, so I can start my show.
Right, true. We need them people to be on.
Right, so I can start my show. And so she was like, somebody in the comments talking about, I need to get off. And so she calls me.
How she get your number?
Because it's Station Head. Station Head is is a live podcasting app. So she calls me through Station Head and was like, "Oh, you was talking this shit in the comment section, so come up.
What's up now?"
Right. And so I was like, this bitch talking about me.
Yeah.
And so I look at my phone, and it's like, her name is Milagro Graham. So she was like, so the screen was saying Milagro wants to add you. Accept or decline. So I accepted it. She was like, "You telling me I need to get offline?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Girl, yeah, because I've been listening to you all day long." Like, take a break.
Have you ever talked to her before?
Never.
Oh, so you hit a nerve with that one.
Yeah.
You said get off, and she's like, "Hold up, this is my platform."
Right. You gonna tell me what to do?
Right.
But it was just so funny. And I was like, girl, and then what's funny, her birthday is the day after mine.
Oh, so y'all both Scorpios?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All these scorpions in the building.
Right? And our season starts tomorrow.
Yes, it sure does. Oh yeah, it does. Scorpio season.
On the 23rd.
It's gonna be some babies made.
Right.
That's what they say.
Or born.
Or born. Well, it's not. I don't remember. I can't remember what Pinky said. It's more of one sign than the other. I don't know if it was Scorpio. It might have been Sagittarius. But anyway,
More Scorpio. I would think it would be more Scorpio.
you think so?
Yeah.
9 months.
From January and December, February, yeah. And it's cold.
I think it's Sagittarius though, because
Sagittarius starts in November, end of November.
I know, but if you think about Valentine's Day, the way people.
That's it
So I
too.
think it's
Yeah.
but it might be y'all. It might be y'all.
Right.
But anyway, yeah. So what else? What happened? Did she get off?
No, she was still on when I pulled up in the damn parking lot.
She ain't going nowhere. She gonna be on her 8. She's been making her 8 hours today. She's doing her whole shift.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
How
my
many hot
Jesus.
topics is it in the world to talk about?
She only talked about maybe like 3 or 4.
Oh, people started calling and talking
And
about
people
other
was
stuff.
calling in and was talking about their own
Oh.
stuff. And then she does have like a large audience. So when people are commenting, she's like, oh, let's have a conversation about that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay, so one thing would lead to the other.
Mhm.
Okay. We're gonna be like that.
Which is how I like it.
yeah.
I plan on doing
I
that.
feel like we're gonna get to that point.
I plan on doing it next week.
Okay, so who
Because next week is my birthday.
okay, so we doing 8 hours? What we doing? A shift? What?
I don't
I
don't know
break
yet.
in 2:15?
I literally just thought about this on the way here.
So what is your birthday on a Sunday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay.
So, and I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday, which I was just like, yay. Thank y'all for giving me my birthday off.
Okay, cool. So we can do it Tuesday. I mean, we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
We can talk about it later.
Like I said, I literally just thought about it.
Okay. We'll get it situated, y'all. Y'all gonna know before the end of the weekend.
Right. But let's catch up. What you been doing? I was going to say, but I don't know if you wanted.
What? Oh, okay.
Okay. I was going to say congrats on the core because you got your new core.
Thank you.
Don't mind me asking what year is it?
It's a 2014.
Oh, that's the same year as mine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes. We twins.
We got car twins.
We car twins. It's a 2014 Jeep Cherokee. It's really nice, y'all.
Where'd you get it?
I got it at Adonis Auto Group right here off of Watson and.
If I know you was actually looking for a car, I would have referred you to where I got mine, so I can give me a referral bonus.
Damn, I didn't even think about it. Where you get yours from?
Right down the street off Division.
What's the name of the place, Mr. Bill?
Truck Max or something like that.
I didn't even think about it because I was calling different people like, where y'all got your car from? Where you get? Because I needed something that I could just get real quick without having to worry about all the big bank financing.
Yeah.
Because my credit ain't where it's supposed to be at the moment. But anyway, I ain't ashamed. No shame about none of that stuff.
Right? Who cares?
Right?
Who gives a damn
Because
about credit?
some people do. Some people like, you're so old to not have not good credit. Like the older community, like the 35 to 40 community is really big on status, the way of life, how you do, what have you accomplished to this point.
Yeah.
So I used to be embarrassed, like when I was in my 30s and I didn't have certain things, but now I don't give two rats ass about what nobody thinks.
My sister said, congrats. She was like, she's been on since 10:30 a.m. No, she was on earlier than that.
10:30 a.m.
She
was
was
talking about the mob radio?
Yeah.
Oh.
She was on maybe like, I want to say like around 10, maybe 9:30, 9:45,
Damn.
somewhere around there. Yeah. And that's how I want us to be.
I want us to be like that, but I don't know if I have the energy to be live 5 hours.
Well, see, if we get a lot of interactions like she got,
it'll go fast.
It'll go fast, and it's easier to do a show that long.
Well, you know what? It's definitely gonna have to be a show that we're majority of the time sober. For me. For me, let me just put that on the end of that because I will be asleep on the side of this damn table, and you'll be like, you know what, the show is over. Or you just continue without me because, baby, once that liquor starts setting,
right? Because I can keep because I love to talk.
I mean, yeah.
Contrary to popular belief.
Don't nobody believe that you don't.
No, but like when I go to some places, like if I go to a new place or start a new job, I'm really quiet.
Well, you got
and
to
I'm
peep
peeping, and I'm peeping stuff out.
Yeah,
and then even if it's somebody that I know,
you still kind of like
I'm still kind of quiet.
Right.
But if you talk about something that I like to talk about, then I can go. Let's go, because the friend I told you that don't like to answer his phone, we be on the phone for 3-4 hours.
When he do answer.
Yeah, when he do answer.
Right. What's wrong with him? Why you don't like answering his phone?
I don't know, but that's
just who he
is. But you like it though so far because you got it today.
Yeah,
so.
I just got it, and I ain't even. I mean, it ain't even. My butt ain't even warm to seat up yet, but I like it so far, so good. I mean, it's a few little minor things I need to get taken care of, which I already told the dealership about. They said they're gonna call and have set me an appointment. But other than that, it's good.
Right. That's one thing I hate.
What?
When I got to fix on something that I'm still paying for.
Yeah, and they have that policy at this place. They have a policy of if it's something that's like you don't pay anything unless you did it. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but I get that. But if like stuff that's been going on with my car, I ain't even had my car for a year yet,
so it shouldn't be happening.
And stuff shouldn't be happening to it. And if it gets too broke down, I'll be like, I'll leave that in a parking lot or somewhere. Just go get me a whole nother car.
Just take it back to them.
No.
You wouldn't even do that?
No.
Why?
I came to them to get the car. Then to come to me to get the car.
You're going to send them the location? Send me the location.
Right.
I'm like, oh, your car parked outside of Walmart just in case y'all want it. I don't know how long it's going to be.
I'm like, Mr. Jackson, we've been calling you for a payment and... You know,
like,
it's I'm like, I ain't got. Well, you know, this is going on your credit. Well, I've already got another card, so that was a real conversation.
For real, you did that already? Oh shit! So you know what's up with that one?
Yeah, child, I don't care.
See, I'll take it back. I'll just take the car back and be like, I can't do nothing with this. I don't want this.
Now, one time, which was this past time, I couldn't take the car back because something was wrong with the transmission. And then I later found out that the year, make, and model of my car has transmission problems.
So it's on recall?
No, it wasn't even on recall. It was just people.
It
was people like, you know, when you go to look at comments and stuff and ratings, there was like, yeah, transmission, da 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 da.
That's the worst.
And then
they don't even tell you that.
And I was driving it, and I made it to a transmission place. Mm-hmm. And they was like, we'll do a free estimate. And then next thing I know, they're like, oh, there's something worse. Or we couldn't find the problem, so we have to go deeper. So now you got to pay for an estimate.
Oh, no.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then the car people was like, yeah, we'll call it. Yeah, the car's at this place.
Right.
Go get it if you want it.
That's what they get, though, for selling the car like that.
Right.
I can't stand, that kind of stuff makes me mad. Because if you, anyway. But yeah, so it's good. I like it so far. I like it.
That's
good. We'll see how long.
That's Kurt. So we got good news. Our show's finna go back to Sundays, starting in November.
I'm so happy, y'all. I feel like I've been sleeping at somebody else's house. Like I need my own bed back. That's how I think of it. Like I need my comfortability back. I need to get back in my spot.
Right. We're going back to Sundays because I started a new job and I switched my schedule to where we can do it back on Sundays. And I got a raise.
Yay! Okay.
Right.
Well, so you with the same company.
Same company, just a different position.
Okay.
And a different schedule.
That's what's up.
And it was so fun because I was I gotta tell you what happened to my mama. But anywho, I was sitting there with my mama and I'm on Indeed because that's where I fill out all my applications and all. This is where I've been finding my jobs at. And so I told my mom, I was like, I think I'm going to get a new job. She was
Why are you laughing?
Because of what my mama said.
What'd she say?
She was like, she just looked at me and was like, Andre, really?
Because your mama been in her job for 20-some
like-
years, right?
Not consistently.
But with the same company.
Yeah, she
Okay.
left and then she came back.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was like, really, Andre? Like, because she's been there Walmart on and off for like 17 years.
See?
Since before Misty was born.
Right. And Missy 16.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so she was like, really? Okay. Why? I'm like, well, I'm
She had an
tired.
attitude.
A little
She a
bit.
little frustrated with
A little bit. Always has been. Ever since I was born.
you. Stop that.
No, I'm serious because she tells me a story on when she went into labor, like when her water broke
Mhm.
and she went to labor. She was like, I really didn't feel anything. She was like, I just knew you was coming.
Mhm.
And then she said, she was like, after a day or two, I went to the hospital.
Uh-huh.
I could have been a Libra. Anyway, she was like, after a day or two, I went to the hospital, told them I was in labor. They didn't believe me because I wasn't, get this baby out of me. And then she said, when I laid down on the table, you start going the opposite direction.
Wait, so you try to come up instead of down?
She was like, you was in my ribs.
Oh my goodness.
She
Why
said-
would you do that to your mom? All she done did for you.
She was like, I had to have a C-section because you would not come out. You would not
You
go
was like,
through
I'm not finna touch that.
I'm not touching that. No, that's what I'm telling you.
I don't make the other way.
I don't want to be here.
They're making you turn. You said I gotta go where? I gotta go through what?
Well,
I'm
okay.
I'll stay in here.
That's why I
I'll
tell
stay.
people I'm a gold member gay.
Yeah. No,
Gold
you said
member card
silver.
gay. No, it's silver, then it's gold.
Okay, so what's the difference?
Silver is when I guess you went through the
Right.
birthing vagina
Canal. Birth canal.
Yeah, birth canal.
Yeah.
No, I was cesarean. I have never touched a vagina
And you know what?
and never
You're very
will.
proud of that.
I
am. Well, I mean, unfortunately, I can't say I've never touched a. What you call it? But you know, to each his own. To each his own.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, ever since birth, I've been
So you
called,
just been
I've been
pissing her
frustrated.
off.
Yes. Then I just had to be gay, so it was like, oh, you just.
Shut
She
up.
was like, you just compounded my problems.
Your mama said this, you know what?
When you doing too much,
This is my child. I have to keep
Right.
thinking about the fact that this is my son. This is my son.
right? Oh, and then when I was little, she tells me a story on how when she moved here, and I wanted to come with her, but she didn't have no babysitter.
Mhm.
And so she was like, yeah, I just came and just dropped, I had to figure it out because you wanted to come with me. And then when I was like an infant baby, she was like, we moved to California and I was dropping you off at this lady's house to watch you. But yeah, you was just crying and crying and crying every
She
time
might
I
have been
dropped you off.
pinching you.
Ain't no telling. She was like, I don't know what that Asian lady was doing to you, but
She might have been pinching you and making you eat some bullshit you ain't want. You want some Fruit Loops or something.
Right.
She give you rice and,
Chad.
and bread pudding. I mean, who knows? Who be knowing? Who knows what people do? Them babies can't talk yet.
But ever since then, ever since I was born, I've been causing my mama problems.
So when you gonna give her a
So-
break? When?
Now,
Are you giving her a break now?
yeah, every now and then I give her a break.
About working
Yeah.
another job. You just did it. She said, Andre, jeez,
Right.
stay put.
Like last time when I had got fired, which was years ago, she was like, you need to look for, you know what? You ain't got no problem looking for a job.
That's
You
not
need
the
to learn
issue.
how to keep one.
Right. But you, no.
What?
I was finna say you was on the other job for a while, but no.
Look, the longest I've been at a job,
The
maybe
one
been
before last,
3-4
right?
years.
The one before last, not the last one, but the one before that.
Hey, Paul, what's going on?
How the extra point?
Right, make sure y'all check his show on Saturday. I forgot. I'm sorry,
What's
Paul. What is your show? As a matter of fact, we're gonna get into some sports later on.
I ain't.
Right, and I'm gonna need your comment on it. So hold tight.
Yes, Paul, please. We need you to comment on this because I know you know the ins and outs of the sport. I mean, of the sports world.
Right. As a matter of fact, we might get into that. Might be our first topic since we already got you on the line, Nessa. But the job. I don't remember what was my job before last.
Dang, so the last job
Well, the job I had before last was during COVID, like the break of COVID. So that was with Sodexo.
Sodexo, you was there for a while.
I was there for some months.
No.
Yeah, because I started in September, got permanently hired in October, and then we got furloughed the following February, March. And then I went back.
Because of COVID. Okay, so the you went back to the same. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the longest job I've been there has been, I think it's like 3 or 4 years, and that was when I was with Walmart. I think Walmart and Arby's is kind of tied.
Oh, I forgot about Arby's.
Yeah.
I forgot about Arby's. Okay. Well, I mean, maybe this one will be.
Yeah. This one I kind of plan on being at because I'm about to be 30.
Mm-hmm.
In a few years.
Mm-hmm.
I still got some time.
Mm-hmm.
I need to figure out, and I told a friend this, like, I need to start making a career out of something.
But why it gotta be before? I mean, why can't it be whenever you feel like making that career versus, because I'm gonna be 30.
I need something where I don't want to be 35 or 40 still.
What I just say? Did I just say that? I told you. People be like, "Oh my God, what are you doing with yourself? You're 40 years old."
Right.
No, I get it. But at the same time, don't get locked into something that you don't really want to do.
Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. Yeah, and that's why I've been switching jobs all willy-nilly because it's like I need to find my niche.
Yeah, I get that too. I understand because I mean I stayed at a job for damn near a decade that I didn't really care.
Girl, I've been on Facebook longer than a job.
Me too. I had too though.
I didn't have the same Facebook account since 2009.
Me too. 2000. That's when it started really getting popular for other people.
My friend was like, my best friend. She was like, "You need a Facebook page." I was like, "Bitch, what is Facebook?"
I was like, "I don't go to college." I knew what it was. I just didn't know. I didn't think you could do it unless you were in college.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember we was at a retreat, and they had a computer, and she was like, let's do a Facebook. Let's make you a Facebook page. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Did you have a MySpace?
I think I did, but I don't remember what it looked like.
I don't remember shit about.
I had a BGC page.
What's that?
Black Gay Child.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that one. I had a Black Planet. You remember Black Planet?
And I remember I had a tagged page too.
I had tagged. As well.
Yeah,
I had tagged, and I had Moco Space. Do you know Moco?
I remember Moco Space, but I never had one.
Ugh, it was the ratchet. It was like the depths of hell. It was like the most nastiest, perverted, crazy.
See, that's what Tag was.
Tag, for me, the experience on Tag wasn't that bad, but Moco Space?
Tag was, I think that was where I realized how many nasty old people were there.
Now Tag do have some managed ass old men on there. They do, and old women too. I'm talking about just
Paul said he had a Black Planet plate.
I had Black Planet. I had Black Planet. That's back. That's back when you had the dial up. You had the AOL online. You had to, you had to wait for somebody to get out the phone.
I remember those days. Every time I talk about that with other people, they're just like, "How old are you?"
Oh my gosh, that wasn't even that long ago.
Yes, it was.
Less than 20 years ago.
People who were born in the 2000s.
They don't count.
But they're able to like drink and stuff. So you're like, well, I was doing social media like around the time you were born.
People who were born in the 2000s are not just people that were born in 2000.
Girl, Paul said his name was Nastyville.
So I guess the management were on Black Planet then. They wasn't no Moco Space. Nastyville, Paul, what was you talking about? What's your page like?
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. I know a little bit too much about Paul already.
Oh no.
It's on the way on the road.
Man, that stuff brings back so many memories.
Right.
Oh my God.
Like I remember talking to this one kid, the one that whose music we was using for the show when I was working with him. And he was telling me he has music. I was like, can I get it on LimeWire? And he was like, Andre, nobody uses LimeWire no more.
For real? I am all the way out the dead. I am expired. I need to make sure. I need to do something different. They nobody use LimeWire for real?
Girl, that was so long ago. And I remember that was the first time I had got caught doing stuff I was not supposed to be doing.
LimeWire?
On LimeWire.
Child.
Paul said it was because he was from Nashville.
But why you have to be Nastyville? I mean, what did that consist of?
Right.
What did that Nastyville consist of? Like, what kind of shopping malls did they have up in that?
You so
Nastyville.
Right. Well, speaking of nasty, since we got Paul on the line, let's talk about Magic Johnson ass.
He nasty?
Yes.
Yeah, he did come up with that
got to be nasty if you got HIV. Anyway, you know what? Let me take that back.
I know you better stop that.
That was so wrong.
Cut that on out.
Let me not say that because I know some people. I know some people who were not nasty and end up contracting HIV virus. Yeah. So let me simmer down. Let me take that back. That was wrong of me.
People who have herpes on their mouth is nasty. They can't help the outbreak.
They cannot help.
What they did with their mouth?
Girl, outbreaks can come out anywhere at any time.
Oh, well, school me, honey.
You got to be careful.
You got to be careful.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Or your front, your back,
your front, your back,
and your side to side. But anywho, Magic Johnson. Okay, why we call him? Why he nasty? What he did?
Well, okay, I'm just being funny. Yeah. But oh, okay. Let's check this article out. So let me scroll down because I forgot the guy's name. Give me 2 shakes of an oxtail. What's his name?
Is it
Kyrie Irving? Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie.
Which is, I like that name, Kyrie Irving. It's not too ghetto.
It's a unisex name to me.
Yeah.
I feel like you can call a girl Kyrie.
Yeah, right. So, what the hell am I doing? Hold on, y'all. Give me a second because I gotta fix some stuff. Okay. So Magic Johnson, because he got vaccinated.
He better.
Right. What is saying? He ain't going AIDS. Mm-hmm. Paul, speak in complete sentences, please, because I don't know what the hell you just said. He ain't going
AIDS. Maybe he meant to say he ain't got AIDS. That's what I'm gonna think. I'm sorry.
Of course he don't. He got none. Anyway, so Magic Johnson.
Probably didn't have HIV if you ask me.
You don't think he did?
I feel like that was just.
But why though?
I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna put our tin hats on and we're gonna get into that. Because I can hear your thoughts on that. So Magic Johnson weighed in on unvaccinated players saying he would never do that to his team. But it's kind of funny because when he got HIV, none of the teammates wanted to play with him. Mm-hmm. And he was forced to retire, like in 96, 94?
It was somewhere up in there. It was the early 90s, I believe.
Yeah. And so, let's scroll down. But let me tell y'all this. So Kyrie Irving, what's his name? Is that what his name is? He might be my cousin. My family name is Irvin, and they probably changed it. But anyway, oh yeah, Paul he said he ain't got AIDS.
No, he don't. He got AIDS.
You don't think so?
96. He retired in 1996.
In 1996, yeah. So Kyrie Irving plays basketball. I feel bad because I don't know the team as quick as I should know.
Oh no, I'm sorry, y'all. He retired, and I had to look it up on Google. 1991 in November.
Okay.
So
okay,
almost like 30.
Oh, it's in the
article.
In the article, he played. So Kyrie Irving plays for the Brooklyn Nets. He's a point guard, whatever the hell that is.
He guards the points.
He's the one that always shooting the 3-pointers.
I guess so.
Is he the one always making the field goals
and the touchdowns?
Right. Anyway, so. Kyrie Irving, he went online and was saying that when he first started, or when like the pandemic was happening, they told them they really didn't have to get the vaccine, at first.
Right.
And now they're like, it's mandated.
Right.
You got to get it.
Right.
And Kyra was like, no, I'm good. I don't
Right.
want to get it.
Right.
And, that kind of reminds me of the nurses that have been fired or let go, because it's like we worked through this whole pandemic without a vaccine and actually treating people who had COVID. And we didn't, and we didn't contract it. And now you telling us we got to get the shot, even though we work with people with it and we didn't get it.
Right.
So it's like it's all over the place.
This whole vaccine thing. I was watching a YouTube special with Eddie Griffin, and
what did he say? How y'all get the article on the screen? That's dope. Okay, well, Paul, I'm gonna need you to message me, and then I will tell you my secrets because we ain't got time for it right now.
But you got a screenshot of us, a picture of your Black Planet page that says Nastyville first before you get the secret.
I want to see your Nastyville page.
Nastyville. I gotta say it like that. But no, but like okay, so I was watching a video with Eddie Griffin. I know y'all remember Eddie Griffin. You remember him?
Girl, of course.
Okay, I just
one of my favorite comedians,
right? Because he's very funny to me too. But anyway, he was saying that the world has gotten past racism, not past, but they have switched the racism to
elitism.
Is it what?
Elitism?
Yeah, elitism and vaccinated and non-vaccinated. Because you got people now that don't want to work next to people who ain't vaccinated. They don't want people who they looking at you crazy if you ain't got no mask on.
Right.
People behind they big ass masks. Like it's to the point now where it's getting to the point where everybody's gonna be like that towards each other. Like,
yeah.
And
I hate it.
You can't come to my baby party if your kids ain't vaccinated. You can't do this and do that if you ain't vaccinated.
Well, girl, didn't nobody want to see your ugly ass anyway. I was trying to be supportive. But anyway. So Kyrie was like, I don't want to get it because it's still new. And it totally makes sense because this is how it was at the beginning of all vaccines. It was like, we don't know too much about it. It's really new. So So let's simmer down on it.
Right.
Let me simmer on it. Let me do my research. Let some time go by, and then let's figure it out. Then maybe.
Right.
But anyway, so Kyrie was like, so the Brooklyn Nets was like, but you just would have to sit the games out. You just can't play no more.
I thought they was following them like 30,000, or is that football? I'm not sure.
I think it was football.
Some sports agency or whatever was getting fined.
Right. Let's have a big old dance battle, vax versus unvax. You so stupid.
Paul is so goofy.
You know what? I'm about to tell you to get out the chat, Paul, because you just talking some shit. So after that, here comes Magic Johnson with all his Starbucks and fucking movie theaters. Says he was speaking to CBS on Monday, and of course he's an advocate for the COVID-19 shot.
Well, what celebrities not?
Exactly.
Except the real ones, like the real down-to-earth celebrities. Go ahead.
Right. He's said that the players who refuse the vaccine are letting down their teammates. You have said to your teammates, I'm going to be there for you, Johnson said. Well, you can't be there if you don't get vaccinated. You're letting them down, and then that hurts our chances of winning a championship. I will never do that to my teammates. Never. And I find that very fucking,
That's very hypocritical.
Hypocritical and ironic as hell.
Right. That you would be the person out of everybody to stand up on that side of the table and say, hey, I would never do that to my teammates when you clearly
have done it.
Right.
I thought I fell into like an alternate universe. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
What?
I know when I seen the article too, I was like, Magic Johnson of all people. You might want to sit this one out, player. Sit it out.
Right.
Don't say nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Just be over there like, oh yeah.
Because I was sitting there thinking, so back when Magic Johnson had got HIV from sleeping around with a whole bunch of women, and maybe men, who knows?
They threw that out there.
Who knows?
Yeah,
slept with every Tom, Dick, and Judy.
It was in the air.
Right. So what's his balls all in the air, slapping against something. So,
Oh my goodness.
so back when Magic contracted the HIV virus, there wasn't a lot of information out.
Right.
So people thought, ignorantly, but credit to them because they didn't know.
They didn't know, right. Mm-hmm.
What to say? It's also two different things raised up off Magic. Fuck Magic.
That's not even though. It's really in the same lane.
If you listen to understand and not listen to respond, Paul, let me tell you.
Because the unknown, it's the unknown.
It's the unknown thing.
Right. Yeah.
And then so back when so let me start over since I was so rudely interrupted by PL Coulter. Back when Magic got HIV, there was not a lot of information out. There was no cure. And so people thought you can just get it
from
just being around somebody or drinking after them or kissing them or, simple shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, bitch, you sneeze, get away from me. You got HIV, get away from me. Right. And that was still the stigma until like the late 90s, early 2000s. Because I remember when Girlfriends did an episode.
Yeah, and somebody's
about
husband was on the down low.
Yeah, was on the down low and had got HIV, and Joan had freaked out. She was like,
"Oh, you're in my house. You're looking at my glass." I remember.
So back then, there was not a lot of information out on HIV, and so players that came up was like, "I don't want to play with him because we in the showers together. What if he sweats on me?
He sweat up against my sweat.
Yeah. It's like I can't give my full performance because." I'm
too focused.
I'm
HIV.
Exactly.
Contracting it. And like I feel like it might not be the exact same thing, but they cousins. They in the same family.
Right.
I mean, because we don't know much about this.
Because COVID is still a communicable. I hope I'm saying it right. It's a communicable virus, as in I can't catch it from somebody living down the street.
Right.
But I can catch it from somebody who's close proximity to me, who's someone who's close to me.
Right. The difference is between this and that is that we don't know if being vaccinated will keep you from getting it. Don't keep you from getting it.
It doesn't keep you from getting it, but from what they say, you'll have lesser symptoms and it's not as bad. Just like when you get the flu shot, you get the flu.
But it's not as severe.
Yeah, it's not as severe and you can still survive unless you're Colin Powell.
Stop that! Don't go him around. He was the first black that did something right. He did something.
Girl, ask some people. He was a war criminal, especially with that shit in the Bush administration when they went to Iraq and Afghanistan. That's a whole nother story. But rest in peace,
Mr. Powell.
To Colin Powell,
Mr. General Colin Powell.
Right, but this virus, this COVID-19. Specifically is still new and the vaccine is newer than that. Mm-hmm. So if people don't want to get it, you cannot shame them and then
or even bully them.
Yeah, bully them into getting it.
Mm-hmm. It's the freedom of choice. Just like, back in the day, the player said, I don't want to work with Magic. He was bullied into retirement.
Yes.
He was at the height of the beginning of his career. If I'm not wrong, Paul, please correct me, but he was either at the height or beginning to get some type of superstar fame from being Magic Johnson, basketball legend and all that.
But he was still young.
He was still young, but he was bullied into retiring. That means that he didn't get to fulfill his whole potential as a basketball player.
Exactly.
So y'all are bullying Kyrie into getting vaccinated. And what if that vaccination does something to his body that is unreversible? Right. And now his livelihood is at stake because he won't take a vaccine that he don't know nothing about. And what happened to freedom of choice?
What did Paul say? Paul said you're correct.
Oh.
About what? Be specific. Because we done said a whole bunch of shit since you done commented. But going back to what you were saying. Shit, I done forgot. Everything is still new. So you cannot make people do something they really don't want to do.
Right. And it's highly suggested. And if you come out and say, "Oh, you don't have to get the vaccine,"
oh, bitch, she said when he was retired. That's what we was right about. I guess we ain't right about nothing else then.
Well, I mean,
he was at the height of his game when he retired. Exactly.
Okay.
And then now, if something like that were to happen today, and if people were still feeling a certain type of way about the HIV virus,
They would be shunned. They would
yeah, we were
shunned.
like, what the hell wrong with you? Why do you want to play with
You're
someone who is?
ignorant.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes, that's
And it's because stuff has happened, time has went on, and we've learned some things.
right. We done got educated about the whole HIV, AIDS epidemic. It's not what it
Yeah.
was back in 88, 89, 99,
Right.
91. So, and it's going to be the same situation with COVID. Like in a couple years or even a decade from now, we're going to look back and say, damn, y'all was making people take that damn shot. That shot that made everybody grow a fucking elbow out of their neck.
What do you say? But Kyrie can make them change team rules just for him.
No, he can't. No, he cannot make them change the rules, but give him the space to disagree and say, okay, all right, well, we'll just fine you.
Well, how about this? Don't find me. How about I don't mind taking COVID tests damn near every day.
Every game. Before I play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a COVID test every time I get
Because
ready.
that's what some people will. That's what some establishments are doing.
Right.
If you don't want to get the vaccine, take this COVID test every 2 or 3 days.
Right.
And you're allowed back in.
Right. And if you get it, you got to take a shot or
Yeah.
get vaccinated. But yeah, I just don't like this. It just feels like I'm being bullied. Like it's almost like shameful to go in the store without a mask on. Like I went in the store earlier today. I mean, last night, me and my brother went into the grocery store, and this lady like looked us up and down and looked at us like she was clutching her fucking pearls. She was.
Both of the people I see who don't wear masks are white people, which is kind of funny to me. But anyway, Paul said it's a New York City rule, not an NBA rule.
Okay, he is right about that because I know in New York you can't go in restaurants and different things like that. But it's still being bullied. We're not even just saying it's the NBA.
Yeah,
just the fact that, and I know it got really bad in New York and all that kind of stuff, but
right
at the same time, it's still you bullying people to do something to their body.
Right. All I can say is, welcome to China,
baby. When I first seen the man,
because I remember it's not even the mask part. It's Joe
the
Biden
dictatorship.
Joe Biden ass.
I need to get a little drink.
Talking about Joe Biden talking about either y'all need to get the vaccine or stay at the house. You can't get unemployment. You can't do nothing. Just stay at the house.
Is he cockeyed?
Maybe a little lazy.
Oh, okay. There's something going on with the eyeballs area.
Hold on, give me a sec. I read the NBA media is bullying him because him playing is good for the bottom line.
It's always about the bottom line.
It's all about capitalism. Capitalism is a son of a bitch.
We might as well just get who over there in China running their shit. We might as well get them to come over here and let Biden go sit over there for a little
bit.
And see
but I'm just not getting. I'm not understanding forcing people to do something.
I mean, we've always been forced to do things, just like we were forced to be, to come over here. We were forced to vaccinate our kids. We're forced to have this happening, and we programmed that we're supposed to have this before 30, and this, everything is always forced upon us. But
girl, don't compare my job problems to the goddamn.
Girl, I said it before you said it. I said I'm 40 years old and I'm looked at like, damn, why you ain't got a house? Why you ain't got this? Why you ain't got that? So not just what you said, but going back to you was the last person to say it.
Okay, yeah.
But we all being programmed and forced to do something that we
right.
Derek
Johnson. Thank you for watching, Derek. Make sure y'all like and comment and share the shit. But Derek said, I feel that there's nothing wrong with getting the vaccine. Also, there's nothing wrong with receiving it. It's just the pressure, but it still makes people think there's an underlying about getting it there. Jesus, I'm sorry, girl.
Or maybe something else.
Yeah, or maybe something else
to it. It maybe has something else to it. So I understand what you're trying to say. And you're right, Derek.
Kyrie has himself to blame. You know what, Paul? I'm about to block you.
Why? Okay, Paul. Why do you say he has?
Why you say right? Like
I really don't get that. I don't get that statement.
Somebody has to be the martyr.
But
somebody has to stand.
Should we say that about Magic?
Girl, my great granddaddy said, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So, I mean, Kyrie, I think Kyrie has the right. It is his body. Now, we're not finna sit here, especially when we're in the state of Texas, tell women they shouldn't be forced to not have abortions, but then tell people they are forced to get a vaccine.
Right.
Even though those are two different things, but still, you are telling people what to do with their own damn body.
Exactly. Forced to get abortions, but y'all, okay, I ain't gonna even talk about that because that part is just gonna piss me off. But wasn't Magic forced pretty much?
Yeah.
So he should have some type of sympathy for Kyrie.
Exactly.
Because I ain't gonna say he don't have sympathy for Kyrie.
No, he don't because of the shit he said.
But the fact to come out and say, I will never do my teammates like that. Imagine, what about how you did Cookie? Eating everybody else's cookies.
Right.
Without the proper protocol. That leads you into getting the virus. Now, come on now, let's stop it.
That's like Magic Johnson coming out against gay people. When you got a whole dick sucker as a child.
Stop!
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go and sip something on him. That boy got a big ass head. Okay, that's not.
Yeah, just like his dad. It's the AIDS. It's the AIDS. The AIDS gave him that big old
head. Stop!
Okay.
Don't flag our channel.
Okay. Paul said because Kyrie has come up with reasons not to play for the last few years, all kinds of excuses because he wants to play when he wants to play, but he still wants his money.
Okay, so you saying that he just using this as a scapegoat, so he won't have to play because he has already been saying he's been coming up with other ways not to play for the last few years.
But see, my thing is, he signed the correct me if I'm wrong, Paul. He signed the contract before there was even a COVID vaccine. Or even COVID.
Yeah, a pandemic, yeah.
Yeah, before there was even a pandemic.
So this was just his next. So what Paul's saying is this is just his next reason not to play but still get paid.
Yeah, Paul said he cried wolf before. Okay, well then maybe we just don't know what the hell we talking about, Paul.
We're not even talking about Kyrie at this point. We talking about
Magic ass. We talking about Magic, not. Oh, he said true, but. Right, there's always a but. Even then, he would go missing. Okay, you know what, Paul? How do you feel about Magic though, and what Magic said?
Right.
Let's go with that.
Because Kyrie, he might be one of those people who want the money, don't want.
Right. He's probably another Colin Kaepernick. I never liked Colin Kaepernick.
Why?
Because I think his whole publicity thing was a stunt.
Really?
That's what I think.
No, why?
Girl, it's that right here.
That gut feeling.
That gut feeling.
Mm-hmm.
What did Paul say? Y'all do know Magic is bullying. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you know.
Right.
But yeah, I've always had a feeling when it came to Colin Kaepernick and the whole kneeling thing. Because that was all,
with his ethnicity.
As far as I know, that was all he did.
Okay, I don't even want to call. I don't really know much. So
I didn't see him marching. I didn't see him donating his time somewhere.
Right. You just seen him kneeling.
Just kneeling.
He might have been tying his shoe and they thought he was kneeling, and then he was like, "Well, I'll go with."
Like, bitch, I went down to tie my shoe and I looked up. They was doing the national anthem.
And everybody like, "Oh, he a poster child." Okay, we ain't gonna.
Right? Yeah.
He might have really been trying to send a message, but I'm not.
I don't know about that. Paul said,
"Black Twitter go get y'all." Black Twitter might come for our necks, but at the same time,
we don't give a shit.
We got freedom
tell you that much.
We got freedom of speech.
Right.
We know how to change that tag.
But yeah, I always felt something, so maybe from what Paul is saying. Now, Paul is like a connoisseur of sports, so I'm gonna take his word for it. So maybe Kyrie's just doing this for kind of attention, or crying wolf, like Paul said. Yeah. So maybe there's something to that.
And honestly, if that's what that is, I'm cool with that. But at the same time, I want Magic to hush.
Right. I want Paul. Oh yeah, I want Magic. I'm sorry, I'm about to say Paul. You must be talking about me. I want Magic to shut his pie hole.
Just hold it on up.
Right, because don't say I would never do that to my team. Bitch, you did do it back in 1991.
Right. Shoot.
Like what are you talking about? Yes, you did do it. Your team had to go on without you.
Right. And I know they was mad at his ass. They was like, you know what?
Right.
Oh man.
Right, we all out here fucking. You just had to get caught up.
Then we gotta sit down somewhere because I was looking at this crazy because you done fucked up.
Right.
And I had plans for tonight.
Exactly. Now all our wives Thompson go get tested.
And she looking at us crazy, checking out.
Right.
We don't have no phones, but
Paul-
checking our pockets.
Paul said Cookie should have been dodging and weaving.
Don't leave Cookie alone. I'm just saying that he should have been at her own. He shouldn't have been in everybody else's cookies. She stayed with her husband though. I'll say one thing.
Shout out to her and motherfucking what's Bill Cosby's wife?
Camilla. Mm-hmm.
Some about them hoes with the name C in it.
You are terrible today. You are terrible. No, but you supposed to stay with your man. You supposed to stay with your husband or your wife if they mess up. You supposed to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Cookie's strong. I remember thinking of. I was 10 years old when that happened.
Right. Cookie's it's the cookie that been left in the oven a little bit too long, and it's extra strong.
A little hard. You can knock it on the table. A little piece gonna break off, but most of the cookies still gonna be there. Real strong. But I don't know. Like I was 10 years old when that happened, and I remember thinking like, I would leave him. Like I think as a little girl, fifth grader, thinking, yeah, I would leave him. I wouldn't stay with him.
You know who else should leave their husband?
Who's that?
Biden's wife, because Biden doing some shit. I don't know.
She know it. She probably part of it. I refuse to believe these wives don't be doing.
Biden, he's doing some goofy shit. Like I'm not saying Trump was better, but gas was cheaper,
girl.
Cause
I'm not saying Trump was better, but Cheetos were a lot cheaper than.
What Paul said, do your job, Cookie. Eat one for the team. Shut up, Paul.
She did. That's why she ended up being with that. You know what?
Right.
She ate a lot of. Let me stop.
Right.
I'm being nasty. We got to talk about Biden.
Right. But I don't know what the hell is going on, but something just ain't right. First, it was the gas prices. Then, right. Well, you know what? First of all, it was Biden very weirdly touching young women in those photo ops. Well, you know what? It was way before that. It was, hold on,
this one particular thing.
Right. It was, first of all, it was Biden when he was a senator or whatever, but he was against busing. Mm-hmm. And all the other stuff that Kamala Harris had brought up, and now she's his vice president, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time.
Right.
But it started with that, and then it was Biden, suspiciously touching young women in those photo ops. And now he's secretly flying people, underage migrants, into New York City. Now, I don't know what the hell this is. Let me block this. Screw you, New York Post. I'm gonna read this article out. But so the article says Biden secretly flying underage migrants into New York in dead of the night. I got a couple of questions before we get into the actual article. One, why migrants?
Because they don't know nobody.
Two, why in the hell? Why in the middle of the night where don't nobody know, ain't nobody up? Right. And three, why New York?
Because that's where he at.
He close.
Yeah. Well, I've never believed that presidents live in the White House like they say they do.
You don't think so?
No.
Where do you think they be at?
At their house.
You think Obama was flying back to Illinois?
Oh yeah, Obama wasn't staying. I mean, I feel like they stay there, but they're not there like they want us to think they live in there. That's my personal opinion. And sleeping. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. Right. I don't feel like they in there. And Biden is in New York somewhere, meeting up with these little girls.
He's from Pennsylvania. They all right next to each other.
Right. Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Jersey, all that. Right. Maryland, Boston.
All of that. So plane loads of underage migrants are being flown secretly into suburban New York in an effort by President Biden's administration to quietly resettle them across the region.
Wow. Resettle them with they man who done bought them. I mean, he probably just picking up where Epstein left off at.
Girl,
that's probably what he doing.
You never know.
They all friends.
The charter flights originate in Texas, where the ongoing border crisis has overwhelmed local immigration officials and have been underway since at least August, according to sources.
So that's why all the hoopla about the border has calmed down, because they going down there and getting them kids and taking them to New York so that somebody can mess with them.
And that's what did Paul said. Remember when gas was $1 during the lockdown? The oil companies are making up for that money. That could be it. Mm-hmm. But why now?
Mm-hmm. Because they done gave us all this damn money in the stimulus and stuff.
And I hate it because I remember when Obama was president. This is one thing I didn't like about Obama, because Obama, the gas did go up under Obama's administration, and people were saying it's supply and demand. A lot of people are demanding it, so the price is going to go up. That don't make any sense to me.
Right.
Because to me, if you don't have a lot of people demanding it, the prices should go up because you want to make that margin.
Yeah.
You want to make up that gap for when not. But if a lot of people is doing it, it's like, okay, but let me, take the price down because I got so many people.
It's an abundance of it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So when people say that, I'm just like, that shit makes no sense to me.
Right.
Because to me, during the lockdown, it would have made more sense if prices went up. Because not a lot of people are out there.
Right.
But not everybody going. Well, not a lot of people, because there's there's stories going out about how so many people are quitting their jobs. The post office hiring like a motherfucker.
I know.
I went to my goddamn mailbox at my apartment complex, and it was like, there's no mail here.
Wow.
You would have to go pick it up down the street at the post office.
Wow. I know. You don't even got to know your ABCs. I mean, them kind of jobs used to be hard. You have to know somebody.
I remember when I went to Amazon during the pandemic, they was like, we're not doing drug tests no more.
I'm telling you right now, the job that I'm at didn't do a drug test. She did a drug test, but she didn't give a damn about that drug test. I could have been a full-on crackhead, meth head, because she opened it and she did this, and she threw it in the trash. You can go ahead and sit over there.
Right. Paul said, what did he say?
People out of work, though.
He said people are out of work. Oh, Jesus. I'm clicking on the wrong shit. People were out of work, though. Couldn't raise then. Yes, you could have.
That's the best time to raise, because you know that people who need to go to work gonna pay for it.
Yeah, they're gonna have to pay for it, because it's like, oh shit, ain't a lot of people out here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pay for it. Now majority of people are going back to work.
Yeah.
Now gas is damn near $4 a gallon. This is back when Obama was president, because I remember I had a Ford Expedition.
Oh shit!
Back in the day,
coming out of the pocket.
Wait, I had a Ford Expedition, and I was like, and I remember when I would have $10, and I was like, I'm running out of cigarettes too,
and that'd be the worst when you're running out of cigarettes, and you need some gas, and you need a little something to drink, a little burn something.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, it's like the little devil and the angel. Like, which one do I do something illegal for one of them, or do I call such and such to see what I can hold? Like, it's a lot of stuff going on in your mind,
right?
And you need that $10 to stretch.
Back then, I was stealing food back then, because I was just like, I can't afford, because I had an apartment, but I was making maybe $9 an hour. Ooh, I can't even pay half.
Yeah,
barely.
Not even been working.
Right, exactly. And so I'm just like, you know what? I'm in Walmart. I'm gonna steal this family size lasagna and go to. And save my money, save my $10 for gas that I had to use to get here.
Man, I remember days like that. I mean, it was some, and I'm not saying this to make anybody feel bad or whatever, but it was days like where I had to go to the pawn shop, sell plasma, and
I've done all kind of
stuff to try to
have fun doing that.
What, selling plasma?
Yeah,
I stopped doing it because, I mean, even though at the time I still kind of needed to, but the lady, they make you feel bad when you in there. They make you feel like they doing you a service. And I'm like, nigga, let me get my plasma so I can get $75. Then leave me alone. Don't be looking at me like I got shit on my face. But The gas price. I mean, the stuff with Biden and him sneaking these little girls sneaking these underage
Girl,
migrants.
Paul said, "Sell some ass and double up."
Pow! I know damn well you didn't sit up here and tell me to sell no ass and double up. Now,
And you know what? Paul never talked like this when he was with Fishbowl.
He sure did not. Talking about sell some ass. I will not. If I'm gonna do the ass thing, it's gonna be for free on my
Right.
I don't sell it. I don't want to sell it. I don't want to put no price on it because if I lowball myself, I'm gonna be mad.
You-
So I don't want to do that because the performance might be pretty decent. I could have got more. And he was like, "Oh, you want to charge 20 for that?"
Shut up. Let's get back to this damn
I'm just
article.
saying. I'm just okay. We're talking about selling. I just want
Right. I'm so sorry. We not even.
It's Paul's fault
getting
because we was on track. We were on
to-
track.
Right. It said some of them were later seen meeting up with relatives or sponsors in New Jersey, or being dropped off at a residential facility in Long
But why is it a
Island.
secret though?
Why are we doing this in the middle of the night?
And what they relatives and stuff doing if they coming from make it make sense. They coming bringing them kids from Texas.
Why not in the daytime?
Why they in New Jersey and New York? Why they didn't ride down there on the Greyhound to get them kids?
Right.
I don't know, child.
Records show
What happened on that plane?
some of the records show some of the planes touched down between midnight and 6:30 a.m. when the sun ain't even up.
Child.
When a voluntary curfew is in effect, with 2 arriving from Houston at 2:13 a.m. 4:29 a.m. on August 20th.
How many flights was it? Does the article say?
It just says records show. It doesn't say how many.
Okay. So
Oh, hold on, no, I'm sorry. It said a post analyst of online flight tracking data suggests that around 2,000 of the underage migrants have arrived at the airport outside White Plains on 21 flights on August 8th.
21 flights and about 2,000.
How much goddamn gas is that what we paying for?
That's why the
Is
gas
that why
went up.
gas is so damn high?
Gas done went off. Went up.
Is that why gas is so damn high?
Gas done went up. That's why.
Paul says, so y'all think they trafficking them kids? You know what? We not saying anything, but I've seen it happen before.
I just feel like we living in a whole world full of pedos.
Oh no. Yeah, don't even believe it. I mean, it is what it is.
We
It's
just-
the truth. Especially like when you're doing I remember listening to someone when they talked about football events.
Mhm.
They were like sex trafficking it spikes up
It's
around those times, especially like Super Bowl,
Yeah.
when people are like ordering other people to
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah. It's sad. I just don't understand why.
Paul said like when
People are looking at these
Madea was
babies.
sold to that chain gang in Mexico.
You know what, Paul?
You know what, Paul?
Stop it. He's trying to lighten it up. But because this subject is very touchy.
This fool said
It's
when
very,
Madea was sold to the chain gang in Mexico.
This subject is one of those subjects that not a lot of people don't want to touch because it's really, because for me, the lines of pedophilia are in some situation. I think it's a situational thing. And I ain't saying I'm saying like when it comes to like the age of the people, because sometimes in certain states, 17 is okay, 18 is not. I mean, okay, 17 ain't okay.
16 is okay
In some states.
places.
So are those people who indulge in the law in those states just guilty of the people who break the law in other states? Like if R. Kelly had been in a state where 16 was a consenting age, but then he hop on a flight and get to another state, and over there you gotta be 18, but he still was just with a 16-year-old over here.
That's a federal crime.
What you mean?
When you because I think we talked about this. One of the guys that transported a minor across state lines to have sex with them, and not
So it can be legal.
Like it's illegal
And
for that purpose.
right,
So
Right.
it makes it a federal crime now.
right. Because
But he was white. He probably got off, but who knows?
I'm sure you got out. if he was white.
Yeah, but yes, Paul, it is a tough subject, but it has to be had. And this is the problem that I have with us as a people living in this country. We're not having those conversations, and we're not talking about it to where, like, everybody knows it's a bad thing, but not a lot of people know how much of it goes on to where we can stop it.
Right. I feel like if people weren't scared, they would stop it. And I feel like people are scared because they might see their uncle or their brother or somebody that they love do something inappropriate. And they don't want to get that person in trouble. Or they want to say, he would never do that. I know damn well he would never do that.
Right.
Or she would never do that, because bitches do it too. And they don't want to say anything, so they just let it happen because they don't want to hurt somebody's feelings or cross the line with a family member or something like that. When if we just see something that is wrong and say it, then we probably could stop way more of it than we think we can.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Just say it. If you see somebody getting out of line, if somebody say something to you about a girl that you know they or a boy that you know they should be having those type of thoughts about, call their ass out.
Exactly.
Your sister at the hospital. Okay, so I saw a post today about this young lady. She was like in her 30s or right at 30. Beautiful young lady. Nice body. She had the fake booty, of course, light-skinned black girl. And she was at a high school or college. I can't remember which one. And she said she posted on her Instagram, y'all better get y'all sons because I'm here now. But it was a girl, so everybody was like, oh, she, nobody had an issue with that post. Because if you look at her comment section, everybody's like, hey, heart emojis, fire emojis, and all that kind of stuff. If the roles had been reversed and it had been a 30-year-old man at a high school or a college and said, y'all better get y'all daughters because I'm here now, they would have threw his ass right in.
Like I was watching an episode of South Park, and
we were programmed to not talk about it by ancestors.
By ancestors. He said, well, we all have heard stories about a family member back in the day. Okay, we're gonna touch on that, but let me finish the story, then we're gonna touch on that. So I was watching South Park, and I remember them saying the episode was Kyle's younger brother was having sex with his kindergarten teacher. And Kyle went to the police to report it. And it was like, oh, what's his name? What's the teacher's name? What's his name? And it was like, and Kyle was like, well, it's not a him, it's Mrs. So-and-so. Forgot her name. It's Mrs. So-and-so. And he's like, you sure it's a woman?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And he's like, is she ugly?
Wow.
And they said, Kyle's like, no, she's not.
Yeah.
And so everybody was like, nice.
You good then.
Yeah, you are right.
And that's another thing, pretty privilege, because this girl that I was talking about on the post was a beautiful young woman.
Yeah.
She had been fat, bad, built, ugly, on the side.
Built like Kim Burrell.
Built like hell. I'm talking about a king size box of Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
Baby, they would have got on her ass so quick, they would have blocked her. She wouldn't have been on Instagram.
On anything.
But since she was beautiful, she was light skinned. I got the light skin in there because
that does, yeah.
And so everybody was like, "Oh yeah, get them, girl, get them, show them what's up."
Right, them young boys.
Well,
right?
Yeah. What? Like, are you fucking? I'm sorry, I hate to say fucking, but I say it. Are you fucking kidding me? Because any bitch, I don't give a damn if you over the age of the limit for you to be talking to my son. I'm coming for you.
Right.
I don't give a damn. My son 18 and you 30. I don't give a damn if you a quote unquote bad bitch.
He 18?
If my son is 18.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He on the Twitter.
I'm just like, wait a minute.
Leave my document alone.
He must be a midget because I did not think he was 18. But yeah, that's how it goes.
My daughter. If it was a 30-year-old.
That's why I love the movie Antoine Fisher, because it did put a light on that.
It went right up into that. That's exactly what happened to R. Kelly, but it was his older sister. She wasn't older. I mean, she wasn't grown. She was like right around his age. But anyway,
right. But going back to what Paul said, we were programmed to not talk about it by our ancestors, and we all heard stories about family members. Yeah. Now I can tell you, as a male, I didn't hear stories like that, and I didn't. Well, I heard about one. maybe 2, about them messing with young girls. But it wasn't until I got older, when I got like 15, 16, 17, that's when I realized some of the men in my family will also mess with young boys.
So they were kids and pedo.
Yeah. And then just being out in the neighborhood, I was like, being out in the neighborhood, and I was with my best friend Monica, who's a girl, and she would tell me stories, and then we was hanging around with each other, and so we got to, see the same stuff. So that's when I realized, like, yeah, a lot of the men that we grew up with would mess with young girls or mess with young boys.
Young people, period.
Young people, period.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just weird.
You know what? I think it's so... I want to say this, and I'm trying to say it in a way that does not sound terrible, but I think that some people don't know the lines, where the lines are at. And I said that earlier, and I was trying to get to my point, but I kind of lost it.
I'm sorry.
So I lost it on my own. So I've heard of men. Okay, I'm gonna just start with this story. When I was about 12 or 13, I can't remember which one it was, but around the age, my best friend, she was living with her dad because her dad was a single dad.
Yeah.
And at the time, I used to go over her house and spend the night, but not too much. My mom didn't play there. She got a daddy. You can't go. But anyway, every now and again, I could go over and spend the night. And I thought her daddy was so handsome. I thought he was attractive. And I was like, oh, her daddy's so cute or fine or whatever I used to say back then. And I used to do stuff, not like get naked or nothing, but I thought he was attractive. I would try to be in his presence as much as I could. It was nice looking. And me being 12 or 13, I see a man, I'm attracted to boys, whatever. And if that man, and I know the man probably could tell that this girl being a little extra with me. If he had been any type of different man, I could have been a victim. Or I could have experienced some stuff I should have been experiencing at the time. So I said all that to say, I have heard grown men say that little girls were flirting with them. Or little boys, you know what I mean? And it takes me back to the time when I was younger, when I know that I was probably flirting with this man, and I shouldn't have been. I should have had my ass be a fast little girl. I should have got my ass whooped for that. But some men don't know how to do that. Some men be like, "Oh, she was flirting with me. She liked me. She thought, she
which don't make any sense.
It don't make sense.
Right.
But that mentality, you know what I mean?
And then in some cases, in our neighborhood, pedophilia, or even statutory, it's entertained and it's celebrated. Because I remember when I was like 16, 17, and I remember this older guy would hit on me in front of everybody. And his nieces lived in an apartment below us. And I remember I would talk to them, and they was like a few years older than me. But I would talk to them, and they'll go, my uncle likes you. My uncle, want to be with you, and da-da-da-da-da. At the time, I'm just like, oh, that's flattering. Yeah. But, when I got old, I was just like, bitch, I was not old enough to really... Yeah, I was a kid. I was in high school. And he was old enough to be my daddy.
Probably your papa. He shouldn't even been mentioning your name in a way that led them to believe that he liked you.
Right.
That shouldn't even been a conversation.
And that was the weird part. He would do it in front of everybody.
Right. So he didn't give a damn, and he was from a different time. I'm sure he was from a time where that kind of stuff went on. But even when you said that it's celebrated and entertaining, taking me back to the thought of how some women would be like, oh, you don't make my little boyfriend. Or when a little boy hit a woman on the butt, they don't tell them that's wrong and inappropriate. I'm glad he like women. Or when he rubbed a woman on her breast or lay on her chest.
Right.
Oh, I'm glad he into women. Like that kind of stuff shouldn't be okay. We should be at that time having a conversation. I don't care if that little boy is 5, 6, 7. That's inappropriate. You don't touch someone's body parts without the consent. And then the woman need her ass whooped for thinking that's cute. Because I never, when I started really thinking about this whole pedophilia thing and the different ways that it can come across, even me as a grown woman calling a little boy my boyfriend.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
That's not okay. Don't do that. Don't sexualize this little boy or this little girl.
Right.
He is too young to even consider the thought of a boyfriend or girlfriend. That's a grown person's thing. It ain't got nothing to do with kids. So even now when I see a little boy that's handsome, I'll call him handsome. You're a handsome young man. You're a handsome little boy. I don't tell him he gonna be no heartbreaker or you gonna get all the girls. Or I don't say none of that stuff no more because I don't want to start putting sex in this baby's head before he can even know what it is. Yeah. So, but child, some ain't right. Going back to the story, some ain't right about them sneaking migrants in, and you can say that it's a conspiracy theory or all this other stuff, but pedophile rings do exist, and we're not going to just sit here and be stupid and act like powerful people are not part of it because they facilitate it.
We all know about the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, and the people that he knew and was around him. Elvis and what's his name? Great Balls of Fire, Jerry Lee Lewis. Yeah. We know about powerful rich people doing particular things. So we're not going to act like, because they're this, they can't be doing this.
Right.
Don't put nothing past anybody.
Right. And I feel like that powerful people, and I know I might not should be saying this, but I feel like powerful people are the worst when it comes to committing crimes. Girl,
it got to be. Paul said, and women need to believe their children, and not their deadbeat boyfriends.
Oh, that's absolutely true.
Exactly. Now, sometimes
kids be lying.
Sometimes.
No, you need to be lying.
Sometimes.
But that's when you got to know your child.
That is a hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes folks be lying, but that's a hard sometimes for majority of. Oh my God! Just like a few weeks ago, we was talking about Woody Allen.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think I was because I think you weren't here that day.
No, we talked about him before on the show.
I think
even before this.
I was talking about the documentary that I watched. Yeah. You weren't. I don't think either you had left early. You wasn't here, but we talked about on the show. I talked about Woody Allen and how the girl that he was molesting, who wasn't his daughter, she was adopted. She was adopted, and she told her mom, Woody does this to me, and her mom was like, well, let me record it, which is very important, but I'm not gonna get into that. But she recorded it, and then Woody was charged, but yet nothing came of it, or they were investigating, nothing came of it. No, they weren't legally married. More like a common law kind of thing. What did it say? Not small children. Yeah, small. There's two things. There's two people. He said what? He said not small children. About the line, but which is actual factual. Mm-hmm. Two things I know on earth that don't lie, and they're small children and dogs. Yeah. Yeah. They'll tell you the truth.
It don't matter if baby's gonna look at you.
Right.
What's wrong? What's going on?
Girl, I remember I was in the grocery store and I was running past his mom and her little baby, and the baby was like, "Ooh, he fat as hell." I was like, "Wait a minute."
A little kid to tell you stink. Yeah. I remember one time I was doing my makeup and my niece came in there. She said, "Amy, why are you doing your eyebrows like that?" She said, "Why your eyebrows look like this? They look like they're mad at me." And I said, "Baby, I'm not done yet." But It made me look at my damn eyebrows 4 or 5 times before I said I was done. Right. I said that much.
I had a little girl come to me. She was like, "Are you a boy or a girl?" Because I need to know.
And I love kids. And I don't understand why you would want to hurt kids and people who do this kind of stuff don't think they're hurting them. They think they're giving them pleasure.
Right.
But
kids don't understand.
They don't understand pleasure.
They don't comprehend sexual pleasure.
Sexual pleasure. They think of candies and food and
video games and
that's
stuff.
Their pleasure.
That's why most of them lure them with that
things.
stuff.
Yeah.
But speaking of pedophiles, I told y'all. I mean, there's no good news today. I'm sorry. There's no good news. So here's speaking of pedophiles, I was watching Fox Soul, which is something I don't watch. Mm-hmm. But I caught a clip of it, and it was about R. Kelly and they were talking about how let me skip this goddamn ad.
He got
Skip
canary.
trial.
He's singing like a canary.
Yeah, that's what it was. So Fox Soul, they got Claudia Jordan with her dry feet having ass. Vivica A. Fox with her I'm stuck on 50 Cent having ass.
Man, he must have put that thigh on her. He must have hit her dead in the forehead with that motherfucker.
Majestic was his song.
He
so
did
I'm
say it. I don't want no Magic Stick if it do you like that. You stuck on a nigga from 5-10 years ago.
Right. Paul said my little cousin asked me once, why your hair fall out?
You know what? You be want to be mad as hell at that child, but you know what? It's a legitimate question.
Yeah, you can't
like,
be
you know
mad.
what? Get out of the room. Just get out of here. Go sit down somewhere. Leave me alone.
You cannot be mad.
You can't be mad at him. You gotta be like, okay.
So,
why your hair fell out?
That is too funny.
Girl, my niece asks me all the time, why you keep putting that hair on top of your head? Don't you just wear your hair and the hair that you got in the back?
Yeah, just wear your regular hair, girl. Don't nobody care.
I said, what the hair you got in the back, y'all? Ain't want you just wear the hair you got in the back. Mind your business. Get out of my room. Then nobody tell you come
Oh my God.
I love her so much. She just get on my nerves.
Ooh, that's so
Ask some
sad.
questions, baby. She would ask some questions.
Paul said I had to laugh
You
because
got
she was
to.
concerned.
She want to know you.
Hey,
Okay?
baby, you okay?
Listen,
What's
Paul.
wrong?
What happened to the front?
Right.
You had some right there yesterday. Where'd it go? You had took it off?
Right. Is that why Paul be wearing them hats? He's scared somebody gonna ask him again.
Paul, don't nobody care about that bald head.
Right.
But you all right. Put a little grease on it and shine it up.
Right, it'll be all right. And then they got Lisa Ray. They got Lisa Ray ass on there.
Well,
And
I'm
then,
hanging on to
So just wearing white.
what's the movie? Her one big
Players Club?
Yeah, I'm holding on to Players Club. 30 years old.
Right. Old enough to be somebody's grandmama. And then they got Selena Johnson. I ain't gonna say nothing mean about Selena Johnson.
Selena.
I like Selena.
She like
Selena. When it all falls down.
You seen that bodybuilding body?
I did a video about that on my own channel.
Yeah, you did. I seen
That was one of the most viewed videos I did, but she gained some of that way back. But it's all right. But they were talking about how R. Kelly wanted to. What did it say? Nah, I've been bald since 20. I'm so sorry, Paul. Anyway, they were on there talking about R. Kelly and how R. Kelly allegedly. I'm gonna stop saying that word because ain't a lot of people watching us. Don't nobody give a shit.
It don't matter. They might not be watching now. They wouldn't got Bill Cosby from the 60s.
Girl,
you never know. Allegedly.
Right. But R. Kelly allegedly, wants to snitch on, or wants to, tell about other pedophiles, other pedophiles that he knows, especially since he's been found guilty.
Mm.
He's like, well, I got some names, so can y'all lessen my years?
That's a damn shame. But I don't blame him though. I would have said something before I even went to trial.
Yeah, but here goes Fox Soul ass. I did not like their commentary on it. It was not cute. So let's get into it. And hopefully this video don't be copywritten, but I don't give a shit. So let's play it. Let me mute our mics so it won't be no echo. So hold on.
R. Kelly is not missing a chance. To be a jerk, actually, because now that he's going in, he's trying to take everybody and their mama out. Now, it's been reported that he plans to barter with prosecutors to provide names of multiple celebrity pedophiles, in which one is a huge singer and a rapper. Now, the insider stated that his team are working with the feds to reduce his own prison time. He'll provide evidence against other celebrities who are pedophiles, and they'll reduce his sentence. So you've been knowing, R. Kelly. You've been knowing that you were part of this pedophile ring and you got your friends that are pedophiles. And now that you're going down, now you want to tell. But when you saw them doing it, it was all good.
Let me tell you something. He ain't going to want to be in or out.
Yeah.
That kind of behavior. Because when I tell you, people don't like pedophiles. And the people got to let them, he got to let them know when you move in the neighborhood. So that means everybody going to go, aha, that's where you at and that's who you are. So it's not going to behoove him to be out in the world where people can really get to him or inside where people can get to him too.
And he's a snitch. Snitch. When a snitch gets stitches. Ain't that what it says?
All the bitches
get stitches.
Mhm.
Guys, I got to tell you.
Uh-oh, don't cry.
I'm not going to cry. I think he has really been.
Okay. Okay.
I don't even think I need no more of that.
Right. I don't give a damn what Selena Johnson got to say. I really don't care what Selena Johnson got to say. Okay, so let me say this. Selena Johnson was like, she feels that R. Kelly doesn't need to be in prison. He needs to be in the insane asylum.
Wow.
But that's her opinion. That's not the point that I was trying to make. I didn't like the fact that they talking about, oh, now you want to tell snitches get stitches. Now you want to snitch on people. Who gives a fuck about when he's telling?
Right.
The fact that he needs to tell. What did Paul say? Vivica looked like Madam from Solid Gold. You know what? That's why
I'm like our day. Yes, he's stupid.
No, because I'm not as old as y'all, so okay. I don't know. Madam from Solid Gold.
Finish your thought.
Yeah, tell us who Solid Gold is. I want to laugh too. I want to be in on the joke. So, it doesn't matter when R. Kelly is snitching. Before his sentencing, after his sentencing, when he got arrested, after he got arrested. It does not matter. The fact is he needs to bitch! Hold on, I gotta put this out because this is too funny.
That is stupid.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. Paul is fucking retarded. I'm gonna have to pull this out. Because Paul, you're wasting your talents. You need to be a comedian. Because this is too funny. Let me remove this shit because this was hilarious. Hold on, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Girl. When I tell you.
I think Madam used to do ice.
When I tell you.
She used to do ice. That's why her cheeks up thin like that.
When he said Vivica looks like Madam from Solid Gold. Chad, let me. You know what, Paul? Oh my God. This is too funny. It's funny because it's accurate.
Right.
But anyway. Oh my gosh. But no, you done took me all the way out, Paul. I don't forgot what the hell I was about to say. It don't matter when R. Kelly is snitching. Paul is so stupid. That
was a good one though.
That was a good one. We needed that laugh. But It don't matter when R. Kelly snitch. He needs to. I mean, it would be nice. You've been doing wrong for 30 damn years.
Right.
Go ahead and tell it.
Right.
I mean, it would have been nice if Bill Cosby would have snitched on some people.
Okay. Bill Cosby said, you know what, I'm on my way out anyway.
Right, I'm about to die,
I'm about to leave this here planet, so I might as well just go and let them know. Right. They'll get there when they get there. Bill Cosby is 80 years old. Now, he should do what Quincy did, because Quincy got on there and told everybody business.
Girl, Quincy Jones was so funny.
He told everybody.
That's how you know Quincy. That's how you know Quincy Jones is a queen.
Yeah, because he didn't give a damn. He was messy and petty at the same damn time.
Marlon Brando and the Richard Pryor was fucking each other in my bedroom. And what?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't care.
Didn't give a damn. And then I just heard that, okay, so y'all know he was dated, well, this is off topic. We're going to get back on topic.
You talking about he was fucking Will Smith?
No. Who?
Quincy Jones. That's how Will Smith got that shot. Allegedly. But what was you saying?
None of my business, but they seen I seen it, yeah.
Like it. Okay, go ahead.
I've seen a video where they said that, you know, that Richard Pryor was dating Pam
Grier, yeah.
And he was putting cocaine on the side.
Yes, girl.
I said, what? And mess her up,
all the way up.
That's why she ain't have no kids. But anyway, that was just, I just had to throw that in there for look, you know, so people don't know about that. But yeah, he should have, if I was Bill Cosby, I would have been like Marlon, not Marlon, I would have been like Quincy Jones. Well, yeah, I just want to let y'all know before I leave here.
Right. Let me tell y'all something.
Let me tell you.
Him and when I said, that's what I was say. Him and when I said.
You're right. Listen to me. I ain't gonna say it again. Let me pay attention and say. Now, reach over in that pool. No, but yeah, he should have went and said something, because I would have, baby, if I know I ain't finna, even if I'm a different person, but yeah, he should have said. Right. Now these women on here, they are defending him.
Defending who?
Snitch.
Defending him?
Yeah, defending his choice to tell. Why y'all ain't saying
they're defending him? As in they agree that he should tell.
They are like defending, like, I mean, not defending, but like, they don't agree that
they're going against.
Yeah, they're going against. Is that not what I'm supposed to say?
Girl, don't give me the line.
Oh,
they are.
They're not. They're
defending
the pedophiles that are out there.
Yes,
that he's about to tell on. Like snitches get stitches. What kind of shit is that?
But who said that?
Is this the same one?
Vilka said that. You know.
I know.
I'm sorry, madam. That's what madam is saying. I didn't say it. Paul said it. Paul said.
But is this the same line? We talking about some snitches get stitches. Girl, stop playing. You don't sound like you.
We on the black top.
You 50 years old. You're 50 years old.
With no kids.
You should be like, God damn it, what took it so long to tell?
Thank you.
Why the fuck did you sound like that? You sound
right. And then Claudia asked, and Claudia, was she the one that was talking about how men like to shit on her? Let me tell you something.
Like literally shit on her?
Girl, why will I figuratively say shitting on somebody?
Because people say that. Like, oh,
no, literally.
And she allowed that? She must be German.
She half white. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, she's German.
You so stupid.
No, the German porn.
I can't. You know who?
The German porn, they actually shit on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they rubs it in. I seen it.
Oh, what's the name? You did it too. You know McAfee, the antivirus.
Yeah.
The guy who started that, he liked that shit.
He liked to be shitting on.
He would tell because so this is the thing. Let me tell you this quick story. Then we're gonna move on to the actual story. So McAfee, was in trouble here, and then he had moved to Belize, and then he was doing some weird shit beyond the point. But he was fucking with a whole bunch of underage girls, and one of the sexual things he liked was they will lay or sit in a hammock. You know what a hammock is, with a hole cut into it, and they would literally shit on him.
You know that's how I say because don't nobody shit laying down but babies.
You know what? That's a lie.
Who shit laying down? Who
me.
Shut up.
Girl, one time I had a bowl of cereal before I went to bed, and you know I'm lactose intolerant, and bitch, it just happened.
You are the most hard-headed person I ever met in my life. You stay as fuck with no carry you down. You just keep you're hard-headed. That's why your mama be mad at your ass. She told you not to touch the ass over your ass over there with your head completely on it, looking at her in the face. I'm touching it. I got my hand on it.
No, I was constipated as a baby. But what did Paul say? I bet they stop if it's some baby shit. You shut up, Paul.
He said what?
I bet they stop if it was baby shit. But anywho, but yeah, but you know, some people like that. And but going back to the main story, you know, besides the fact that Claudia likes to be, you know, likes to chill man. But she was shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Like I remember one man had text was like, you know, I want to come see you, and then I was like, girl, not on Taco Tuesday because I know I'm gonna be.
No, I'm gonna be a mess. I know I'm gonna be a mess.
Right.
I don't have that many towels now.
I got one douche left. Anyway.
Shut your ass up.
Girl, I wish I could. Shut my ass up.
Girl, stop. You a whole ass mess and a vibe at the same time. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. But
Claudia, send me who you for the small people.
Right, but you got all these goofy ass people besides Selena Johnson because I love her. But you got all these goofy ass people shaming R. Kelly for wanting to snitch or to want to tell authorities these are the other people I know.
Right.
God, oh, I hope we don't get Jeffrey Epstein.
What you mean? Jeffrey Epstein is dead.
Exactly.
You said you hope.
I hope he don't. Yeah, I hope he able to tell some shit.
Wow.
What did Paul say? I have a serious pick a stroke question. What is it, Paul? What? What is it, Paul? What's your serious question? Hurry up.
Did he get Epstein? I mean, at this point in time, everybody's out for blood. They want his head. You know, they need to, but what they need to do is get their parents.
Right. Paul said, y'all think people too hard on Lizzo, or does she wear inappropriate stuff? Okay. I'm glad you brought that up. We're gonna talk about it. Did you want to talk about Lizzo for a hot minute? What you got to do? Okay, but let's finish this, Paul. And I'm gonna keep the question on the screen so I won't forget. Because knowing my ass, because I'm a little tipsy. So, which reminds me, I need to go to the liquor store. Anywho, I don't like the fact that they were kind of shunning or shaming R. Kelly for wanting to tell.
Right.
Because if I don't care when he wanted to. I mean, do say it so that we can get these nasty ass people off the fucking streets. But over there at Fox Soul, they don't get they
have to fall in line.
Yeah, but
they're not gonna be on that show no more.
I don't see nobody else saying shit like this though.
Okay, but at the same time, he a black man. And the quickest way to piss somebody off is get the people that's supposed to be on his team to go against him. So these men that he knows that are famous and rich and stuff like that he about to tell on a white man, and that's who own that show.
Yeah.
So they ain't gonna be like, yeah, tell us who did it, because he writing their checks. Whoever did it right now, motherfucking checks. So they gonna be like, stitches against stitches, shut your stupid ass up. That's just how that's gonna
right. But you can't read it right, have an ass.
Right.
Just
illiterate ass bastard. Ain't got no hair in the front, ass bastard. You know how black people get,
girl,
like roasting your ass. But yeah, they ain't gonna. I'm not surprised about them saying what they said.
But it's just so weird though.
Especially Vivica ass. She's such an industry bitch. Like she really just. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love Vivica A. Fox.
I mean, I like her, but she ain't been popping since Two Can Play the Game.
She's just an industry chick. Like she really just only cares about that fucking demonic ass industry.
Is that what she living off of? Royalties from that goddamn movie?
I'm
Because I
pretty
really
sure.
ain't seen her in nothing big like that.
Yeah, did she get?
I didn't even like her in Independence Day.
She was in there for 2.8.
And then I didn't even watch the second one. I didn't even watch the sequel to Independence Day.
I watched Super play that game.
Yeah, I like that one because most chestnut fine ass was in that movie. And Monique was in there, who was funny as shit.
She was in was she in no, that was good.
I talked about Independence Day. So name another one.
I'm trying to think.
Play that game, Independence Day. What's another one?
That's what I'm trying to think.
Um,
She was an old lady in some movie.
Any movie. She's always been old to me.
She had always been like 45.
She's so stupid.
I can't think of nothing else.
Me neither.
I just can't see nothing else in my head.
Girl, if y'all remember what other movies Vivica been, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and look it up.
I'm gonna be mad if it's a lot of movies that I haven't seen.
Vivica. I did like her in Why Do Fools Fall in Love.
Oh yeah, she was Frankie Lyman's
one of Frankie Lyman's wife. I did like that movie.
Yeah. Was she the main wife?
Oh, set it off. I totally forgot that she was in that movie.
Oh, yeah, Frankie.
I forgot she was in that goddamn movie. Right.
Yeah, she was.
Cause I did kind of cry when she got killed.
I did. Cause I ain't like her attitude.
Oh, she was in. I forgot she was in Kill Bill. She was the first one that died.
I never seen it.
Every fucking week with you, I learned something that I don't like about you.
That is completely fine.
How do you not?
I don't like Quentin Tarantino. I said this before.
But he's not in that movie,
I
so
don't
you should
his
like
work.
it. Please, if you don't do nothing else, I saw you been watching The New Sopranos, so bitch, please.
That's not me.
That's not you.
Me. That's one of them kids.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's on the TV.
I'm gonna have to get their input on it because I ain't watched it yet. But anyway,
Yeah.
If you don't watch any of the Tarantino movies,
I
least
watched Django. I mean, how much more?
that movie was shitty.
Pulp Fiction.
That movie is questionable, but it's good. But I think Kill Bill is way better than Pulp Fiction.
Give me another one. I don't like Uma Thurman.
That's it. Quentin Tarantino has made a lot of movies, but not a lot of good movies.
I don't like Uma Thurman.
Please.
I watch it for the sake of the show.
Do I need to pay you?
No, I will watch it. What app is it on? Is it on Netflix?
I'm gonna find it. And then whatever it is, I will buy it. And
I ain't watching
bitch,
both of them.
it's on
I ain't watching
HBO
both.
Max.
I ain't watching both of them.
When you watch the first one, you're gonna want to watch the second one. Anyway, I'm sorry, we didn't got way off track. I forgot she was in Joanna Man. Anyway,
she was Joanna Man once.
Vivica A. Fox is certified, put a stamp on it, C-list actor. That's all we know. But we both agree, Lepre and I both agree that Fox Soul, whatever the fuck they doing over there, is really shitty if they doing commentary like this, where they talking about R. Kelly, where they're trying to shame R. Kelly from snitching. Right. That's it. That's all. And I don't want to spend too much on that because I do want to get into what Paul was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Paul said, y'all think people are too hard on Lizzo or does she wear inappropriate stuff? Now,
I don't think it's inappropriate. It ain't no more inappropriate than what Rihanna had on a
I know, I'm finna bring it up.
What you wearing?
The same outfit that Rihanna and Lizzo was wearing. If I can find the picture.
That was the Met Gala that Rihanna had that on.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, I think she was paying homage to Josephine Baker.
Mm.
Because for a minute they was trying to get her to play Josephine Baker.
Who, Lizzo?
No, they were trying to get Rihanna to play Josephine Baker.
Oh, I think that would have been cool.
I don't know. Rihanna's she's too introverted to play Josephine Baker. Josephine Baker was outgoing and loud and boisterous and
that's the fuck Lizzo. Oh, you think Rihanna is too?
Yeah, she's too mild-mannered to play Josephine.
Okay, so let me show y'all this. And then, we're gonna get into the conversation. So Lizzo wore a sequence outfit.
Lizzo always doing some shit.
And that's the thing I don't like about Lizzo. But look at this shit. This shit right here.
It's the cricket.
Right.
Yeah. It's okay.
Oh, you see it?
Yeah.
This shit right here, I just don't.
What's the problem?
There is no. Okay.
Is it because they hanging?
Well, yeah, her titties are kind of.
They loose than a goose, but why is that a problem?
Girl, they look like slaves.
Did you just say that their breasts look like slaves? Why?
Her titties are hanging like
They look
slaves.
like freed slaves. Freed slaves?
Freed hanging slaves?
Oh, you talking about stranger?
Her titties look like two sweet potatoes. That's what
I feel like her titties look okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with them, but
Paul, stop capping, because you know dang well if you had the opportunity, you'll be
right.
put some butter on them sweet potatoes with a little
brown sugar
and a little cinnamon
and some little vanilla extract.
Yeah, and a little squeeze of lemon juice. Stop playing.
Right, but okay, here's my thing about Lizzo. Here's my thing about it, because she does worse stuff. This actually, like this right here, you know, she's covered up, but it's nice. I like it.
The red?
Yeah. This right here, it's fucking beautiful. That right there, or this right here. You know, she got her. You know, she tucked in her stomach, but it's still nice.
Is it the plus body that we have the issue with?
I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna tell you. Like this, and then this one right here. Even though she looks like an oversized Megan Stallion, you know, it's nice. I like it. This right here, you know, when she's, you know, dressed like a fucking bird performing for Patti LaBelle, you know, I still like it. This right here, that is nice. She got a whole fucking turkey leg showing.
That's her inner Beyonce.
I like it. Or this right here, that one was nice. That's nice too. I like that. But let me tell you what my problem is with Lizzo. Let me pull back the saggy titty picture, then I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say her nipples are touching her navel.
So what?
You know what, Paul?
You get right at that navel.
I'm thinking Paul brought this up because he want to try his fucking jokes. That's what Paul did.
Well, he got us going.
She's doing it for attention. So can you complain if it's negative? Let me tell you something. This is my problem is with Lizzo. And we both, LaPree and now, we both fat as hell.
I ain't fat as hell. I'm just regular fat.
We both big bone,
right?
As some people say. I don't have a problem with Lizzo, but my thing is when it comes to people who are artists, people who sing, rap, you know, people who do music,
right? Or
even actors. If I know more about what you're doing in your personal life than your music, I got an issue. Huh?
That's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem. What did Paul say? I'd bang her though. Of course you did.
We know that. That's the
Nastyville.
We know that.
Nastyville. We know you will.
T Coulter, how do you say?
PL Coulter.
PL, I'm sorry.
That PL stand for pussy lick, if you ask me. Pussy lick Coulter. But anyway. Right. But that's my whole problem with Lizzo. If I know, let me take this foxhole shit off of here.
But see, the thing about it is that we know about a lot of celebrities' motherfucking personal life. I don't know why I said motherfucking in there. We know about Cardi B's
You've been
personal
drinking.
life. Yeah, I have had a little brown. We know about her personal life, but ain't nobody shaming her body. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Shaming Lizzo's bodies because her body is a plus size body.
Well, see, okay, let me tell you this. Oh, I'm sorry. I do Cardi the same thing. Because Cardi is not about the outfit she wears. It's her attitude and how she interacts with people and the shit that she does.
Right.
I know more about that than her music.
Right.
So because I remember when Cardi was like, you know, I hope your mama died from AIDS and that's why your baby died. Yeah. Like, you know, shit like that. I'm just like, bitch, what the fuck? Right. What? Yeah, right. Fuck you. I'm not listening to your music. Yeah, fuck you.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that.
Paul said you drunk cussing now.
I am. That's that motherfucker in the middle of everything. It's just gonna motherfucker get the motherfucking corn out of the motherfucking freezer and put it in the motherfucking water. shit, goddamn motherfucking shit.
But that's my whole thing.
But I can't jump on Lizzo's side, even though I'm of the African American plus girl group. I can't jump on her. I can't catch her back because I do think that she honestly does things just to say everybody's picking on me. Woe is me. Woe is me.
Girl, Derek said, "I'm on it. I don't have my plate too far from my cup. Let them hang." Okay, Derek.
Spoken like a true Johnson. Like I said, it's just too much. Like she just wants you to be like, oh, Liz. She like them little kids that run and barely and fall and barely hurt themselves, and they be like, start crying real hard.
Right. And that's another thing, because I've seen Lizzo. Okay, this is how the cycle has been going.
Mm-hmm.
Lizzo would do something extravagant or just,
crazy,
really big. And then she talks about, she'll talk about, oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
And then she'll go into like this depressive mode. And it's like crying
and smacking all of that fucking.
And I'm just like, girl, like if you don't care, or well, either way, if you don't care, why are you crying? If you don't care, why are you crying? And if you hold on, let me figure this out.
If you do care,
if you don't care, why respond? But if you do care, why post it?
Yeah. Why not say, you know what? I know this is gonna get a lot of attention, and I know some of the stuff y'all might say, y'all think it might hurt my feelings, and I do get it. Like, just be real with your audience. You know?
Yeah.
Just say I'm an emotional person.
Right.
What y'all say hurts my feelings, but I want to be expressive at the same time. But you cannot walk that fine line if you're going to be in the industry, and if you're going to be putting yourself out there. Your nipples and your areola showing because you want to wear a certain outfit, then you have to say in some point in your mind, fuck what they think.
Right. And
or keep them for your like you said, don't post it. Keep it for your personal catalog where you just show your family and friends and to keep it there.
Because let me tell you something, because even though I'm confident in certain ways, I won't post my whole body. Because I'm self-conscious about it, so I don't post. I post pieces of it.
Right. I show a nipple here.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
No.
What? Oh.
I'm not talking about nipples.
Oh. What you saying?
Like on some of my posts that I've made on other accounts that y'all don't know nothing about. I will post an ass pic or just my face from like the from the shoulder up.
Hold on. We went past that. Did an ass pic?
Yeah, but I'll be fully clothed.
Do we need to subscribe to?
But I'll be fully clothed though.
I thought you was like a naked ass like Prince.
No, on dating apps, yeah.
The naked ass?
Yeah.
You a bold motherfucker.
That's because I'm confident and I don't give a damn what anybody got to say. And I've never got any negative feedback from when I send that picture.
Yeah,
but that's
I want to see the lady.
Right. But if I'm self-conscious about my body, I'm not posting it.
Right, because you don't want to have to read.
Yeah, I don't want any negative comments. So it's like I'm just gonna keep my body to myself.
Yeah.
That's how Lizzo should be. But as a matter of fact, Lizzo shouldn't be posting shit. Like I did see a video that she posted maybe like a week ago, a few days ago, where people were talking about the outfit that she wore. And she was like, "Y'all can kiss my ass," and she's on, I think it was Instagram, and she's like shaking her whole ass. And I was like, okay.
At this point, I think that Lizzo.
Why would you do that? Like you're.
I think she likes it.
You're a musical artist, girl.
And that's another thing. Like this shit right here is out shining, like you said.
Yes.
We know Truth Hurts, which was a banger.
Which was an old fucking song.
It's old. At this point, it's old. And then you got the new song that came out with Cardi B, which was a flop. I told you that song was trash. That song and video was trash. Whoever did the cinematography, whoever came up with the concept of that fucking video needs to go ahead and lay down and
move on the pasture.
Yes, because that shit was terrible. I'm sorry. That shit was bad. When I watched it, I almost threw up in my mouth. So what I'm saying is that I think that Lizzo wants this type of attention.
But why this and why not
musically?
Yeah, just like, okay, just
She's not that confident about her music.
Put me back into the equation. I stopped posting shit on my personal Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I post is the stuff from Pick a Struggle.
Right.
Because that's all I want to be. That's what I want synonymously be remembered as,
right.
or to be known as.
Mm-hmm.
The motherfucker on Pick a Struggle Show.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I don't even post anything on my page anymore.
Right.
So it's like if she was like a true artist or someone who really loves what they do, you would think.
Because I don't think that Lizzo wants to be an artist. She just used her creativity and her artistry to get into the industry. Lizzo wants to be a celebrity. She wants to be a celebrated person, something that people are talking about. She in the gossip blog, she on front of the Inquirer, the Star Mag. She wants to be a celebrity. She don't care about the art, because if it was about the art, that would be highlighted. You got this much energy to go outside and find you a 3X sequence gown.
Girl, there's more than 3X.
This is probably about the same size. I wear 3X. We about the same size.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm jealous. Let me say that.
That's a 3X. Because Lizzo ain't what she not bigger than me, and I wear 3X. But anyway, you got enough energy to have either a designer or your team or somebody to go put to go get three of the Rihanna dresses and sew them together and make you a dress, and you didn't wear nothing on your nipples and put pictures out and then get mad when somebody has something to say about it. You don't want to be no artist. Right. Because you can put that same energy into building new music, showing you can sit in front of a piano or sit on the flute in between your legs and in your titties out, because now we see that you really about your music. You play the flute.
Right. Derek said Lizzo is a fame whore, and I really do.
She wants to be a celebrity.
And then I'm sorry. Was you finished with your point?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying, put it
exactly. And that was why I think this month, every time your birthday comes around, you get a new revelation.
Uh-huh.
And that's where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of Lizzo and Lil Nas X. I'm tired of
I'm so sick of Lil Nas X. He is extra as fuck.
And
capital.
That's only because I'm tired of it, because it's more about the trolling, the responding, the posting. And I don't think it has anything to do with social media. I don't think it does.
It does.
Because to me,
social media is, but and I don't mean to cut you off. Social media,
we have never shamed our
reason
artists.
Why they're doing it.
Yeah, Paul said we have never shamed our artists for being big.
Right, because I mean we had Luther. I mean we used to call him Big Luther, Little Luther, but we had Luther,
Biggie Small,
had Biggie, baby,
Aretha Franklin.
What was the other girl? The one that we just saying congratulations.
Vesta Williams.
Vesta.
Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Hell, what's her fucking name? Oprah
Winfrey.
Yeah.
Who else we had plus size? We had some plus size people that we saw all the time. Icons.
My favorite comedian, Lavelle Crawford.
Lavelle and his reason all that. His head was funny.
Because he lost weight. That's why.
No, his head was funny shit when he was.
You sure she's stupid.
We had Baby D.
Yes.
I mean, we had like Big Pun, Fat Joe. Like we done had some big artists that we could still appreciate their size in their music, and the size would be, we wouldn't even really
secondary.
Care. Yeah, we wouldn't even care about the size because we don't want to be a player.
I'm not a player. I just crush a lie.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like we didn't give a damn about if he outside butt naked. We just want to see and hear the music.
Right.
Lizzo wants to be she don't care about the art. She don't care about the art. That's not what her goal is. And that's why I can't even get on her team.
Right. Derek said you took the words right out of my mouth.
What?
What would you say? What Paul said.
I don't
That's what Paul said. You said Big Luther. Yes.
We had Big Luther.
Big Luther. Right. We had Big and then Curl Not Right Luther.
Yeah, Curl Not Right. Yeah, Luther said the entertainer.
Yes.
He'll hefty man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We done had some big people that we can appreciate their art and not be like, oh, they
fat as hell. And
Lizzo wants us to talk about how fat her body is. Because she keep putting it in her face. Girl, we know you got the titties hanging from here to South Dallas. We know you do. We know you got the city like all up in the back and the front.
And don't nobody care about saying like,
damn, shit, there's some craters in my shit, and I don't give a damn. I got
right,
craters on top of my
child,
face.
my ass looks like the moon.
Girl, it look like somebody gonna shot my shit smooth up.
Girl, right, I got hail damage on my fucking body.
Okay, shit. The value just went down after the hair hit. It just went down. The blue book value went down.
Right.
But that don't mean, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean that I'm not a good person.
But that's what my problem is with Lizzo and with what's that fag name?
I'm not saying that.
Little Nas X.
Yes.
Because it's like they're both wanting attention, but not really attention for their music. And
attention.
It's starting to irk me.
Because Lil Nas X does not have much talent. Name me one of his songs.
I had to burp. I'm sorry.
Name me one song that he at this point got like 3 or 4 that we really kind of just know about.
Well, I've heard straight people say that Lil Nas X new album that came out, it was really nice. I haven't listened to it, but I mean,
we can't even give him a chance because he is so
loud. He not even
the fuck down,
not loud, but just so like you messy.
You know what it is? It's
you
messy.
messy.
He's a new gay.
You know what? Pause on that. Let me see what Derek had to say. Derek said, "What about that comedian that lost all that weight to the point it ain't nobody worried about all that if you bring it." Yeah.
You talking about LeVar Crawford?
I'm assuming that's what he's talking
about. Oh, and then we got Monique.
We
got Monique too.
Fuck Monique. Yeah, when she lost that weight, she lost
that.
But
Monique, that was one of our highest view shows.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
even though now we realize how toxic fucking relationship was Fessa Ogilvy.
Oh yeah. The Parkers was one of the worst shows that there was ever.
But it was just so funny.
I can't even catch you on get back on that one.
No, at the time, you didn't think it was funny? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And then her daughter Kimmy was funny.
Yeah, she was a vibe.
Paul said, "Ryan, sit your big ass down somewhere." See, Paul, fuck you. Because I think Paul brought this up just because he wanted to try out his Lizzo jokes and wanted to talk about how he really feels about Lizzo, even though he'll smash Lizzo if he has a chance.
Really feel. That's why he threw that around.
Right, but sit your big ass down and suck on this nasty feel.
As long as it ain't hot. I don't like them hot nasty feels.
Right.
What I'm gonna say?
But what was that?
But she wants to be she's Lil Nas X.
I'm sorry. You said new game. That's what I want to get back on. New game. And you know what's so funny? I think before he got famous, he claimed he lived with a boyfriend, but that makes a little sense to me. Because when you talk about somebody like me, because I think Lil Nas X he's younger than me. He's maybe like 25.
I think he's 22.
22, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But I've been gay, well, quote unquote, all my life, but I've been out since I think it's been.
He's 22.
He's 22. I've been out maybe like 15 years. Mm-hmm. I don't have to act like Lil Nas X to get attention.
Right.
And I've been fat all my life. I don't have to do what Lizzo do to get attention.
Or Lil Nas X. And Paul just made a really good point.
What'd she say?
I said Paul.
What did he say? He said, I feel attacked. I felt sorry for her for real.
No, he said.
And then go ahead.
Nas X is making a mockery of an LGBT LGBTQ plus community.
Girl, he didn't put a T
You
in
left
there.
out some letters, Paul.
Yes.
Together. Community by over sexualizing everything. That's all gay people, and that's another thing. I'm glad you said that, Paul, because it does shine a bad light on the community. Like all they want to do is just get booty and go out to eat. Like it's more about that community. They are making moves and they are changing things. They are putting stuff in place.
First of all,
Lil Nas X just want to shake his ass.
First of all,
like he just got done up or something.
First of all, that's already been out there.
What?
They gave people, it was just all about sex and sex appeal and all
But
that stuff.
he's pushing that more. Because if you don't know much about the community,
But girl, I don't give a damn. If you already think I'm a liar, ain't nothing I can do to push it further.
No, yes,
you already think I'm a liar.
No, it's
So,
not.
like-
Because everybody don't think about the community like that. Everybody don't think that. I don't think that community is out here just being over sexualized. Now, when I think about men, I think that because I feel like men are more sexual than women. I do think that. But that might be wrong. And then when you think about men and men, they might have more sex than a man and a woman because they always want sex. So,
well, girl, I'm letting you know, gay people have just as much sex as straight people.
I feel like gay people have more sex.
Girl, just no.
You don't think so?
I know, girl. I'm gay.
That don't mean you know all the gay folks in the world, but they out here doing.
Girl,
I don't know all the fat black bitches in the world.
I got a Twitter account. I know how much sex they be having.
I know Twitter.
Paul said, like, we know gay men kiss. We're other doctors, lawyers, and business owners. If you're gonna ride, then ride. You taking that money. Okay. You know what? Let's talk about this. But go ahead. I said go ahead. You didn't have to say it with the microphone.
I thought I said I have an opinion. That's why I thought.
I was saying, well, go ahead.
Child,
Okay. Well, LaPree got a piece, so we're gonna give her a minute. Let me say this. How can I put this? Okay, at first I was happy that Lil Nas X was coming on the scene. I was really proud that Lil Nas X was coming on the scene, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because gay people don't have a lot of representation, and so sometimes you have to put it out there so hard to where people do get uncomfortable with it. Let me say that. Because like the Lil Boosies of the world and and all this other shit, those people who felt so uncomfortable what Lil Nas X was doing, it was like, this is what regular fucking people do. This is what regular gay people do. Like just being themselves. And if being ourselves is problematic to you, then the problem lies with you. You get what I'm saying? The fact that gay people were not in the public view, people just had their assumptions. And now you got Lil Nas X being so out and proud about it. I was happy about it. Because if you feel uncomfortable with gay people kissing on TV or in the music videos, there's something wrong with you. What Paul said, that's an old fucking comment. Let me change this so people know what the hell we're talking about.
You are off the Lizzo situation?
No, I was talking about Lil Nas X.
Oh.
When they were talking about he's just so loud and shit. And I was saying how gay people did not have a lot of representation. So, okay, what did Paul say? He said, I get it, but I know gay people that don't talk about their sex life all the time, like it defines them. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you this, Paul. As a gay person, I will always be around straight people talking about their sex life. And I didn't feel comfortable talking about mine. Or, sometimes I just didn't want to. Because it's like, It ain't none of your goddamn business what I do.
Because it was straight, because you think if there were other.
I think it was a little bit of both.
Mm.
Like I only talk about my sex life with people I'm comfortable with.
I'm not talking about my sex life.
Yeah, but especially when I was at work or if I'm at school or when I was at school, you would have straight people always talking about who they were fucking and who they was kissing. And then, you know, they show the PDA, public display of affection. They show all of that, but yet I couldn't do that. Yeah, if I was doing it, it was a problem.
I don't understand why people talk about their sex life anyway. I feel like that's like one of the most private parts of your life. It should just be between you and your.
Well, see, yeah, normal people feel like that, but not straight men.
Oh yeah.
When I hang around, yeah, they're trying to show off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I even had, I remember it was this older man that asked my cousin, who's like a year older than me, and he was like old enough to be. He was like our daddy's friend.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you know, how many bitches you been fucking? Like, it, you know, it was just some weird shit.
Toxic, yeah.
And it was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, like, after being raised around that, and then working with men who will constantly talk about the women they slept with, or listening to women talk about the men that they slept with, it was like, well, I couldn't talk about mine because people will think I was weird, or they would think,
they not agree with your lifestyle.
Yeah, they don't agree with the lifestyle. I was like, I don't want to hear about the gay shit.
Right.
I was at work and I remember hearing somebody say, we got enough gay people working here. We don't need no more.
Wow.
Like, you get what I'm saying? So
you know what? Also, I'm gonna be 100% honest, and I'm not saying this just because you're gay. I'm saying this because it's true. I don't want to hear about nobody's sex life. I really like when my friends try to get, you know, girl, first of all, don't ever tell me about your sex life with your man. Your man, like your boyfriend or your husband, fiance, that's between y'all. Now, if you had to do a little one night, you had a little sneaky link, like these kids saying, and a little sneaky link, then that's different. Girl,
damn,
that's different.
I want some Earl Campbell's. Anyway, right, yeah. But Paul said grown straight men don't talk about their sex life
And they
like
shouldn't.
that. We talk about sports, movies, and other shit. You say that, Paul, but I've always been around people who are older than me.
And I also feel like men,
and that's all that I would hear.
I also feel like grown men. I also feel like men don't think about sex as much as women do. Women might talk about it more, but men, I don't think men think about it as much. They might do it. I don't know. Never mind. Anyway,
they do.
You think they?
I know they do.
I mean, I know. I keep saying you think my bad. But do I mean how much? Like how much?
Paul said they were flirting with you. Like, you know what, Paul? I don't know nothing about that. He said like men who would talk about their sex life with me. He would say they were.
They're trying to show you what they got, what they can do.
Yeah, but it wasn't appealing.
They don't know that. They don't know what you like. They just know hey, I busted with that.
Right. Let me tell you about this freak I had. Like I remember. Oh my gosh, I remember when. Cause you know, I don't know if you been with this, but I remember being with a group of dudes, and I think this is like middle school. Maybe, yeah, it was middle school. And we were all watching porn.
Mm-hmm.
We were all friends, but yet this one dude just had, my dick bigger than his, and da-da-da. And I'm just like, who the fuck says this in front of a group of dudes?
Right.
And that's the shit that I grew up with. So I'm just like, okay.
I mean, I don't know, because I grew up with brothers, and I know they was nasty. They used to watch porn. I used to look at it too. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't know how the conversations went, because I would always either they would tell me to leave or I was just excuse myself. So I don't know. But I have heard men, you know, tapping each other on the shoulder, like, yeah, man, that right there, you know, that kind of stuff. I've heard that, but not no in depth, like, yeah, my dude, I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, it was just hella weird. Paul said, the only time I know my friends are having sex is when they're expecting a baby. We don't even be horny like
that's
that.
What I'm saying. Men
maybe that's
when you get to a certain age, men don't even really be horny like that. It be the women more. They do. Like if you after, I don't know, probably after 35 and all that, men just be chilling. Like they.
But going back to my point, because I grew around men that were like that, it was You did register your car, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I hear a truck. Anyway, but because I grew around with men like that, it was I couldn't talk about because I was like, maybe they just, they're not going to be from what they talking about. They're not going to be into the shit that I'm talking about. So I just wouldn't say it. I wouldn't talk about it. I'll just be like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, whatever. And then when Lil Nas X came on the scene, it was to me, it was a breath of fresh air. It was like finally someone is putting their sexuality in people's faces the way their sexuality was put in our faces. Because contrary to popular belief, straight people don't force their beliefs on other people. They really just either go with the flow or they just don't talk about it because of the consequences that might happen. What you mean? What I mean?
Straight people don't force they.
No, I'm talking about gay people don't force.
Oh, okay.
Contrary to popular belief, gay people don't force their lives on other people. They not all in your face with it.
But prior to now, you're saying before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then here we got Lil Nas X is actually doing it. And so I was kind of happy that Lil Nas X was doing shit that people didn't like to see. But now it's like now he's become he was a troll before, but that I didn't know.
But
now
can Lil Nas X still be a openly happy gay man and without being over sexualizing his image and still be a proud gay man?
I want to see it.
Because I want to see half the man's butt naked in a prison scene.
I want to see the over sexualization of a gay person only because, I want everybody else to see it because gay people all their lives, people my age and maybe older, they've been forced to see straight people in movies and TV shows, living their lives, doing what they do, making sex jokes and all this other shit. You don't see gay people doing that. And when you did see two gay people, whether they were, gay men or gay women, somebody either had to die or had HIV. It was like a horrible fucking story. It's like, oh shit. Yeah. But
I would hate to do that.
So now it's like only when you saw gay people interact, it was either they were in prison.
Yeah. It's not even a secret.
Yeah, that's it.
Overly done.
That's it. And then Paul said that's fair. Thank you, Paul. Like the stories of gay people in media have been so horrible and they've been misconstrued. Like the movie Psycho. Norman Bates was considered queer because he liked to cross-dress. He was also a murderer and someone who was kind of like a schizo. So that was kind of like the idea of what queer people were. And then you had movies, and then another movie like Silence of the Lambs, where the murderer that they were trying to catch was a man that liked to dress up in women's clothes or their skin and shit. And it's like, well, maybe Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter was gay, but he was a person who liked to eat people.
Yeah.
And
like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, girl, Jeffrey Dahmer having barbecues and shit.
Right.
Like that was really the only representation that we had. And then I remember when Brokeback Mountain came out. Brokeback Mountain actually showed like a sincere relationship between two men, but then one of them ended up being gay bashed and had to die. Yeah. And the other one just lived in sorrow because he wasn't with the man that he really loved. The person. Yeah, but those are the gay stories that we had to base, our idea or concept of what gay people were. And then here comes Lil Nas X being black and gay. Yeah, not only black, but dark-skinned and gay.
The chocolate is popping.
Chocolate.
The I can't even say it right.
The melanated.
Yeah, it's popping. It's glistening all over his body.
Right. So you had someone like Lil Nas X coming around, and then he's on SNL or he's on these
major
major platforms and networks, and he's doing all this gay shit. And it's like, finally, y'all get to see like what gay people do, which is the same shit. Didn't nobody say shit when Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera was kissing all on stage with Madonna. Yeah, didn't nobody say nothing about that. And then everybody loved Orange is the New Black because it was nothing but fucking lesbians. Yeah. So it's, you know, we finally get to see someone being queer. Yeah, besides RuPaul, you know, that's the go-to. That's the gatekeeper.
I love the gay people. I love me some RuPaul.
Right.
That's how it is with black people.
Yeah, but but that's all it was. And then so it was. Lil Nas X was a breath of fresh air, but now it's like, okay, now I'm seeing I'm like you're doing like trolling shit.
For me, it's and let's take the gay out of it. He annoying. To me, he would get on my damn nerves. He's like a little brother, not even like just a brother up under you, the baby brother.
Yeah.
Sit down. Why are you hopping and flipping around everywhere? Sit down. And I'm just one person that has one opinion. I don't really care about the gay. I don't. I really don't care about the gay because I don't want nobody being over sexually in my face. I don't want no girl pussy popping in my face. That's
right. Not even on the handstand.
Not even on the handstand. Not even if she had one leg shorter than the other. I don't want to see that just because that's just not me. That's just not the type of energy that I want.
Yeah.
But him and I'm glad that you said what you said because I never looked at it in that way. Like, okay, we do see women out here being overly sexualized and men, you know, just in front of everybody doing their thing, and it's accepted. Why we can't have a gay person do it? I love that.
Yeah.
I do get that.
And that was the same thing with Lizzo. With Lizzo, because you don't see a lot of fat people. Well, we know.
Made fun of.
We know.
Like
Yeah.
Monique,
Yeah.
She the fat girl in the group, or the ugly duck, you know,
or the funny one.
Or the funny one. She got to go way after the funny.
Right, yeah, like Monique. Yeah. And so when Lizzo came out, it was like, yes, this fat, black, Aunt Jemima looking ass bitch is on the scene. Yes, and she worked with Prince. Oh, this bitch got to be talented.
Right.
She plays the flute. Oh, hell yeah.
And she can twerk while playing the flute. Why in some fucking here? Baby, I can't even breathe in flip-flops.
Let me tell you, I run out of breath getting to my car. Okay, but she's like going up and down the stage. We're not going up and down the stage, but she's performing.
Walking up, like dancing.
She's performing and dancing and live vocals.
Yes.
So I'm just like, bam, cool. Now it's like, bitch, why is you posting nude videos? You doing all this? You doing too much.
Just like, just sit down somewhere. She like the baby sister. She's spoiled. Just like Lil Nas, these kids is spoiled. That's all it is. You know the little spoiled kids are annoying. You be like, I'm not watching it. Like, no,
right.
No.
And posting, and she's ain't nobody saying she's ugly.
No.
But I like because I would like I said the same thing with Cardi B. Well, not the same thing, but to the effect of I know too much of the personal shit you're doing too much. Annoying, very fucking annoying.
And I think Cardi B just a small pass because she has not hit the 3-0 yet. Lizzo's 33. Cardi B just turned 29. So I'm gonna give her a little pass, not much more. The margins aren't that much difference, but I'm gonna give her a little bit because she's still in her 20s.
Right.
And she brought herself up from my Instagram fame or social media fame to a
stripper to this and then
without a
did
real
a show
talent versus
and
like Lizzo was
she's not a Kim Kardashian.
Right.
Lizzo
was professionally trained. She's a flute player. So I'm, she's older. Flowers, whatever it's called. But she only getting a small pass because of that. But she's annoying too. Like at this point, all these celebrities are getting annoying to me.
Getting very fucking annoying.
Like, sit down somewhere.
Like back in the day, we didn't know Ike was whooping Tina ass. When Ike was whooping Tina ass.
No, you had to be a friend of the family.
Right.
Like, I know Ike was whipping shit out of me.
Right.
My uncle and my sister. You know what I'm saying? You have to know somebody.
My sister's not baby cousin Tracy.
Yes. But now it's like we know all y'all business more than we even know our own.
Right. And I don't think it's a social media thing. I really don't, because you have the choice to just not post shit.
But sometimes you don't have even if you are watching YouTube, they got these fucking shorts. Where they
Yeah.
come in your timeline and you see, oh,
Right.
you know,
Let me say, prime example. We still don't know a lot about Beyonce.
Right.
Beyonce been in the game for 30 goddamn
That is
years.
true. That is true.
And we still don't know a lot
That is true. I barely know
about her.
I barely know. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna top that. We don't know nothing about Sade.
Girl, all we know is strangest taboo.
Ordinary love. That's all we know.
That's it.
And she been in the game for what, 50 years? It's
Right?
40
Her,
years?
Anita Baker,
Yes.
all these old hoes that's still alive. Fucking Millie Jackson, all them hoes. We still don't know a lot
You know,
about it.
beans, green, tomato, man. You know what?
Right? No, Shirley Caesar.
Oh yeah.
She been coming on live with that with bad wigs on and shit. I'm just girl. Okay, but what did Paul say? He getting on my nerves. We know she used 2 pimple pads on that forehead. Who you talking about? Paul, who was you talking about? You talking about Sade?
You better cut. Don't talk about Sade now.
Right. Did you want to get into Alec Baldwin before we leave, or you done for the day? Oh yeah, he talking about Sade. I don't know. See, I don't even know what you're talking about. 2 pimple pads.
She got a red forehead. That's all they have know.
I didn't even know about that like that.
Is you talking about that mold that's on her head, Paul?
Is that what you're talking about, Paul?
Leave her alone. You gotta leave her alone, man.
You said you don't want to talk about Alec Baldwin?
I don't talk. You can talk about it.
About how he shot somebody.
That I don't believe that it was an accident.
Yeah, it's never his high prop gun shoot real bullets.
That's what I'm saying. Come on now, stop playing with that. They wanted that lady dead for whatever reason, and she gone.
Her family was from Russia. She could have been, girl. She could have been a sleeper. You ever heard about them? Sleepers. They people who are from foreign nations, and then they blend themselves in with the culture.
To do what?
Girl, spy, do any goddamn thing. But you just never know. What Lord say? Hey Lord, thanks for watching. Make sure y'all like, heart, comment, share. If you can, leave a comment on the video. He said Alec Baldwin is dead. Is daddy. How did no one know there was a bullet in the prop? Yeah, it was a prop gun. It was kind of weird. But yeah, Alec Baldwin back in the day.
Paul said, "No, she got a Gina here. I love her though." Stop talking about Sade. Don't
Right? Is it thick? Is it thick?
What?
She got a Gina here.
Oh.
Is it thick? I said, is it thick? But no, all them Baldwins was fine back in the day.
It wasn't even. It was the other one that I think it was Steven for me. It's Steven. For me.
Girl, hold on. Let me see.
Alec is the oldest one, I think.
Girl, who gives a shit? Oh yeah, it was Stephen Baldwin. Stephen Baldwin was just fine as hell.
Yeah,
that is a fine white man.
It is, and them eyes, baby. He kind of funny looking now, but back in the cut.
Hold on. Let me find a better picture because this ain't right. This ain't right. He all scruffy looking and shit.
This one? He look.
No, I'm trying to find a younger picture of him.
Oh, I can say he look good around so.
Because I remember I was watching one movie and I was just like, what the fuck?
And the way he be having his little lips.
Yeah.
You know what you call it?
Like that one?
Yes, honey. You know,
I'm gonna show y'all so y'all will know.
Justin Bieber, he married.
Yeah, he married a Baldwin.
Yeah.
Right, applehead ass, right? Is it thick? That's my favorite part. Steve Baldwin, all the Baldwins was fine, but Stephen Baldwin was just, ugh. If there was any white man.
And the other Baldwin too, I don't know his name. But he nice too. That one on the end right there, I don't know that Baldwin brother.
Oh, I remember he was in The Juror. Hold on, let me see.
Mm-hmm. That one funny looking. I don't think he do stuff. I don't think he an actor.
Girl, you so stupid. Oh, that was Alec Baldwin.
That one, Alec, not on the end.
Not on the end, but Alec Baldwin was fine back in the day.
Alec is this one. This Steven. I don't know who that one is.
Oh shit, girl, look it up.
I'm not
We stupid. Baldwin brothers. Let's see. It's not William. William was the ugly one.
It might be William. Daniel. We got Steven. We got Alec. We got William. And we got Daniel. It's probably Daniel.
Girl, why are you saying it like that though?
Daniel. No, it ain't Daniel. He's the ugly one. It's William. It's William.
You sure?
Yeah, it's William.
I don't think
It's William. Look, this William.
Oh, yes.
That's William.
Yes.
Hey, Will. Hey,
Will was kind of fine back in the day. Because he kind of looked like the other one, Steven.
He rolled in a mud. Girl, show this picture with them feet hanging out them slippers.
I'll be damned. Let's see if I can find it.
Look like somebody he looked like he's drunker than a skunk.
Got to be. They all look like they got alcohol problems.
Yeah, they do. They like that bottle. They look like they drink vodka and wine.
Bitch, look at this.
Vodka and champagne.
Bitch, the feet. He got the feet out.
It's the feet for me. I can't really know.
You know, I'm getting tired of that goddamn saying.
It's the feet.
He got the
for me.
feet out.
Apple,
Got the feet out, and she got the feet out. They both look like they were the same size.
He probably was like, girl, let me buy your slide. But put a dress on. We finna go to the show.
Right. Let's go on the red carpet right quick.
In the closet. We both the same damn size. You a 12, I'm a 12. Give them damn shoes. Big long ass shoes.
You
like
so
daddy.
stupid. But yeah, it reminds me of some straight up Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee.
Who? Brandon Lee was in The Crow.
Yeah, that's
and he died.
Bruce Lee's dead. I mean,
He died the same way.
But you know, that was a
on the
curse on that
movie.
film. That was a curse
I
on
know. They killed Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee. They better not fuck with Sarah Lee.
Girl, because I need some baby, them cakes, if they do it to them cakes, that's the end of everybody. I'm fucking straight up. But that's the same thing like the Kennedy family. The Kennedy family got a
First of all, the Kennedy family, they were all fucked up.
And they all got fucked up.
Two brothers fucking the same hoe. And then
Marilyn Monroe?
yes. And then
She had two hoes.
I hate you.
I'm just saying.
Yes. And then what was the one had murdered somebody? Bitch going he drunk driving with a bitch in the car, go across a bridge.
And then one of them was flying that damn plane and flew it right into the ground.
Girl, and then the bitch died and he just get up and just walk away.
Well, he know it like that.
Girl.
He know it like that.
Right, Lord said Sarah Lee. They better not fuck with Sarah Lee. Them cakes and cookies and pies. Girl, I'm finna go to the store now and give me some oatmeal cream pies. I ain't had them in a minute.
Sarah Lee don't make them. She make them on dry ass butter cakes. But I still fuck with it.
But no, Sarah Lee got some good bread though. You ever had Sarah Lee bread?
Real soft, but you can't really do too much to it. Like if you try to spread some
them Swiss rolls.
That ain't Sarah Lee, that's Debbie.
You sure? Ooh, I done got my bitches fucked up. Let me.
Debbie coming for your ass. Debbie. But that Sarah Lee bread, if you try to spread some peanut butter on this, gonna turn off.
Paul said, "Y'all need a cable TV show. We need to be on the Wendy Williams show."
No, we ain't gonna take over that train wreck.
Girl, no, because I would love to be on that show. Because them two white hoes they got on there now, I ain't watched it, but I can just I can taste the mayonnaise from that fucking show.
I'll take the cucumber sandwich.
I can
taste the potato salad
with raisins
and pumpkin seeds. Ooh, good. Oh yeah, that's good. Please email me that recipe. Gosh darn it! I should never get mine to taste like that. How'd you get that crunch? I'll be in here all night.
Oh my gosh! I can taste the bland in that fucking show. Who's it? Leah Remini? I don't know who the fuck is on that show.
Leah Remini? Oh, from Doug from the.
I don't know from the Scientology.
King of Queens, yeah. She on King Queen.
Yes, Paul the Raisins.
Yes.
Was there anything else we need to talk about? Let me go through my screenshots. Oh, we totally forgot about motherfucking Winslow.
Oh, Eddie Winslow.
Yes.
You have to take that on by yourself. So I gotta get out of here.
You gotta go?
Yeah, I gotta get on out of here.
Oh, damn.
She was steady calling me.
Girl, 5 minutes.
We hungry. Okay, come on.
Or 30, depending on. Okay.
Y'all coming for Wendy's week.
Girl, we got to. And you know what's funny? I kind of do wish she just would retire.
I know. I'm like looking at them sticks every so
Girl, she ain't got sticks. She got tree stumps now.
Them legs?
Them legs are tree
that
stumps.
fluid.
Bitch, she need to be carbonated.
That
The way,
fluid back up on.
yes. Girl, if I cut an ankle,
She got that hip.
you can count the rings and see how old she
She got
is.
them lymphedema legs. She got
Yes.
cankles.
Girl.
She got elephant legs.
Yes! Yes!
Let me leave Wendy alone.
Ah!
That's my girl.
What's his name? It's not Carl. Eddie Winslow.
Darius McCray.
Girl, Eddie Winslow. I'm not doing that.
We ain't gonna leave Darius alone.
No, I just.
He can be with that girl.
But he claiming he not with her. That's the part that's pissing me off.
That ain't nobody business.
After she said, "Yeah, we
But if you look at
together."
that Instagram post, the way he was looking when they was taking
Mm,
the one I sent
child.
to you,
Mhm.
the way he was looking at her lips, like
Child. He looked like he nutted in that. He looked like he nutted in that.
Not netted.
Girl, because that builds an extra bond.
Yeah.
When you nut in somebody. It's okay to have sex. Like, okay, we had sex with a condom, but girl, once you nut in somebody, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah,
So
you gotta drop your seeds in there.
right.
You want some apples?
We finna go. Because I can need to go to the liquor store. And LaPree said she need to go home.
I need to get to these children. They home.
Right. Like they can't order a pizza or nothing.
They're not ordering no pizza. My cord on fire.
Oh, you know what? Fuck going to the liquor store. I'm gonna go get me a pizza.
And the liquor store. You can do well.
I don't feel like driving.
Yesterday, I had to Uber my wing. Okay, anyway. Regular Uber will go pick up your food if you. Yeah,
I know. Okay, we finna go, and I'm finna. I gotta talk to LaPree before she leaves. All right, so thanks y'all for watching. Make sure y'all share the show. Let us get some more views, some more interactions. Support us.
We love y'all.
And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
It won't last. Look.
That's because I already did my 10,000 steps today.
Told you so.
Screw you, Sam. I'm going home.
Today's segment is pretty much talking about pick a struggle.
You pick a struggle.
Have to pick a struggle.
That pick a struggle, bruh.
You need to pick the goddamn struggle.
You have more than 2 struggles if you have